Because
so
yes, it'll show up on your screen in about 30 seconds.
Okay.
And my camera is going to go totally nuts because Sasha is lying on the desk playing with both the camera and the trash on my desk.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
He's literally grabbing at the legs of the tripod of my camera in the attempt to drag it outside.
Hi, everyone.
Hello,
We've just
everyone.
spent 5 minutes talking while not being live. Because John
well, we were partially. Damn it, Sasha. That's not a toy. In fact, this is something I've deliberately been keeping things in so that you couldn't pick them up and carry them away. Don't carry away the bottle. All right. So first up, hello everyone.
Hi.
Welcome to the stream that is now definitely actually happening.
Okay.
Well, unless there's another button.
So let's thank the patrons again.
Yes. So irregular regulars, Jonathan.
Hello.
And Tom.
Hola.
And Julie.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Sorry, I'm
and
drinking.
then we can go ahead and thank our patrons once again. Let me bring that screen back up. So thank you, Justin.
Thank you.
And Marty.
Thank you, Marty.
And Ellie.
Thank you, Ellie.
And
okay,
Joe.
I'm stopping.
And thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Joe.
Fuck you, Mehmet and some random geek.
Yes, fuck us.
Fuck you.
And then thank you, Tim.
Thank you,
Thank
Tim.
you, Tim.
And thank you, Von Rack.
Thank you, Von
Thank
Rack.
you, Von Rack.
You guys help pay a few bills and transmit some money on to other people who are in need of that.
Mm-hmm.
And now, once again, it'll be a little bit less heartfelt perhaps this time, to note the passing of popular leftist, again, I still don't know, podcaster, political commentator.
Definitely leftist.
Yeah, Mike.
Yes.
Michael
Maybe
Burns.
not anarchist, but definitely leftist.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. Good.
Co-hosted the Majority Report with Sam Cedar, launched the Michael Brooks Show in 2017, did appearances on shows like the Young Turks, so definitely not a fan of the right. He regularly tore them new assholes.
Mm-hmm.
He was young, geek's age, 36, got a blood clot, migrated up to his neck, and that was that. It's just one of those really random things that you can't necessarily prepare for.
Yep. He died at 37. I'm 36. Michael Brooks died at 37. But yeah, still like a tragedy when someone that young dies. And Michael Brooks is definitely a leftist, but I don't know if he labeled himself as something like that. So maybe just like I'm a socialist because I'm not a capitalist, this sort of thing. As it were.
Well, I think he was pretty aware of what he was and what he was about. He was very well read and well thought. He thought well about, deeply about what he was, his position. So I think he's pretty aware of where he stood.
Mm-hmm.
It's a loss. It's a big loss.
Mm-hmm.
So that is unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
Other things happening this week. A Republican congressman called Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez a bitch.
A bitch. A fucking bitch.
Fucking
him.
bitch. A fucking bitch.
And she ate him
Yeah.
Yes.
for breakfast.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because that's what she does.
She took time on the floor and just basically say in a lot of very presentative words for the venue of the Congress floor. Basically, I'm not a bitch. Fuck you. I'm someone's daughter. You have a daughter. Your daughter is just 2 years older than me or 2 years younger than me. Fuck you. I'm not a bitch, and I'll prove it to you.
Let's see.
But of course, for the venue of Congress.
Yes. And if you want, I have already queued up a 2.5 minute thing from The Guardian, which has on YouTube AOC's response to What's His Nuts. 2.5 minutes long if you guys think it would be worth watching.
Okay.
All right, so let me go ahead and share not my screen, at least my audio for you guys. The others will be able to hear it. There we go. I need to be looking at this.
Marty!
Hey, Marty.
Oh, Marty.
And that is true. I did know about that, about like Michael Brooks, because even Bronx Bug has like complained about Michael Brooks as being one of those dude-bro leftists, as it were, complaining about identity politics.
Or maybe, let's see, no, he's not showing up there. I'm responding to Geek talking about Zaya not being able to get in.
He'll see us tomorrow.
All right. Where was? Oh yes, sharing audio so that we can all listen at the same time to AOC ripping Yoho Fuckle Nuts a new asshole.
Representative Yoho put his finger in my face. He called me disgusting. He called me crazy. He called me out of my mind. And he called me dangerous. In front of reporters, Representative Yoho called me, and I quote, a fucking bitch. These are the words that Representative Yoho levied against a congresswoman. The congresswoman that not only represents New York's 14th congressional district, but every congresswoman and every woman in this country. Because all of us have had to deal with this in some form, some way, some shape, at some point in our lives. And I want to be clear that Representative Yoho's comments were not deeply hurtful or piercing to me. I have encountered words uttered by Mr. Yoho and men uttering the same words as Mr. Yoho while I was being harassed in restaurants. I have tossed men out of bars that have used language like Mr. Yoho's. And I have encountered this type of harassment riding the subway in New York City. This is not new. And that is the problem. Mr. Yoho was not alone. He was walking shoulder to shoulder with Representative Roger Williams. And that's when we start to see that this issue is not about one incident. It is cultural. It is a culture of lack of impunity, of accepting of violence and violent language against women, and an entire structure of power that supports that. I want to thank him for showing the world that you can be a powerful man and accost women. You can have daughters and accost women without remorse. You can be married and accost women. You can take photos and project an image to the world of being a family man and accost women without remorse and with a sense of impunity.
Okay, I just want to point out before I stop sharing screen, you guys on the call won't be able to see this until it shows up on the stream. This is a picture of Representative Ted Yoho.
Yoho, I mean...
Yeah, that's exactly where I'm going with this, because looking at his picture, you just know that at many times in his life, he has honestly believed himself to be a pirate and descendant of pirates because of that name, and used it to justify all sorts of shitty behavior. I'm a pirate. Yo-ho, yo-ho.
I wasn't thinking of pirate when I don't know.
Just
it sounds like me like an insult to like ding dong, you know. You're such a ding dong. You're such a yo-ho. Yes, Valerie, misogynistic insults is violent language.
Because very often, if nothing else, it is very often followed by actual violence. It's very difficult
and it upholds language upholds shit. Slurs work. That's why they're slurs. That's why we don't like them. I mean,
the language is part of the whole thing. Part of the system of oppression.
T-shirt in whole, please, John. I see there's a TARDIS and
keep calm. And don't blink.
And don't blink. Oh, God. Those motherfuckers scare the shit out of me.
Don't blink. Don't even blink. Blink,
What?
and you're dead.
What motherfuckers? I'm
The
not.
Weeping Angels. One of the scariest villains that misogynist Moffat ever came up with. Because they're statues.
I
so
really
long as you're looking
disagree,
at them.
Valerie.
You look away from them for 1 second and they kill you.
Look, I have boobs. Sorry.
Yes.
I just saw myself in the camera and there was boobs, and you know how I am, even with mine. That's boobs. You know how
Fuck, I
shiny
love
stuff.
boobs, though.
Yes,
Oh, okay. Since we're
that's
showing
the
off,
only thing I like about my weight gain.
since we're showing off important things about us,
You want to
Should
show
work.
your boobs too?
I want to show my hat
Oh,
because I
your
have
hat is awesome.
I have a hat, and even
I
though
have
I
a
don't
hat,
look
too.
like Terry anymore, Pete
Mhm.
Terry,
You have your hat.
I have my hat.
You can go
I
walking.
miss your beard though.
So do I, but if I
As
if
long
I
as
can't,
the COVID bullshit is here, you're not going to grow it back.
I'm not going to grow it back because my mask is for other people.
If you grow it
Yeah.
long enough, then the beard becomes the mask.
see, but I have the long hair, and this long hair doesn't work as a scarf. I tried it.
Yeah.
Well, what you do is you tie a little thong around one end, then loop the other end of the thong around your ear, and that'll hold the beard.
What
in
John
place.
just did with his beard, don't do that if you smoke.
Oh, God.
Because the smell is going to kill you.
Smoking will kill you. So,
Mhm.
Yeah, we should, John, to answer, in my opinion. I'm
Anyway.
responding to something John asked in our private chat because I can't be bothered to type.
Mm.
It's still 32 degrees Celsius here. It's 17 p.m.
Jesus.
and it's still in the 80s. The next
32
next 2
degrees
weeks,
Celsius is about 90 degrees in real temperatures.
Yeah,
Mhm,
Well,
yeah.
it's not
And,
real temperature. Celsius is a much better system. Fahrenheit is just the one we know in the U.S.
and the next 2 weeks are going to be about the same. So R.I.P. me.
Mhm.
I'm already missing Normandy.
Oh,
So much cooler.
Comrade, how about shaved? No more beard?
yeah, I saw
You're,
that.
you're off the podcast.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I didn't-
My vote counts because I have a stake in this too.
I didn't even know you had a beard. So, are you happy about getting rid of it? I guess.
Okay, that's good, David. I hope you removed it before you flushed it.
What the fuck is going on? Is it the end of the world? David is funny.
Well, I mean, American imperialism has finally came home to America. I mean, the tactics.
Well, no, it's always been here, but now we're
True.
going beyond targeting just brown people, and now it's targeting white people.
I'm just saying that to Mylene, who
Mhm.
told me something nice in the chat. That Normandy is missing me. Oh, and the Turkman is here. I almost called you the young Turk, but you.
He's not young.
Also, you're not young.
I'm not young, no.
Well, neither is
Young
Shank
Turks.
Uyghur, so.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you kind of
never
are,
sleep.
though.
We lost
Um,
Tom. Oh.
Well, Tom did say his
Aw.
internet was fucking
Yeah.
up, so yeah.
Yeah.
We got a few minutes with Tom, and he can easily come back as well.
Or maybe he won't, and that's okay if he doesn't. He told us this could happen.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I don't know. I think he hates me, and you know it. And just
If Tom hates you and you know it, clap your hands.
Geek wasn't fast enough.
No, I wasn't fast enough. I need to receive more programming to be fast enough.
Well, since I have my camera on, those are the postcards Tom sent me
Nice.
while I was away.
See, looks like
nice.
Looks like mountains that are very
Western
red.
Mountains.
Yeah, and the third one is
That's
desert.
Joshua
I don't
Tree.
know. Oh, so it's in the Valley of Death.
It's
or
going to be
something?
somewhere in New Mexico or Arizona, probably. I think Joshua trees grow only in a very limited range.
What is it? A palm tree or a cactus?
Neither. It's it is a tree, but it's
Oh,
not
okay,
a
so it's
palm
not a cactus.
tree.
Well,
It's
it
just
looks
a
like
desert
one.
dwelling tree or shrub.
Yeah. Anyways.
Not another shrubbery.
How was your vacation, Mehmet?
I was fine.
Just fine.
Yeah, it was actually a lot of fun. They
Sorry,
were really bad.
I just looked at the chat. Everyone look at the chat.
Yes, I see.
David was funny again.
Stop
it, David.
How is this happening? Is being actually funny.
It's the apocalypse. Stop
Yeah,
it.
it's 2020. I mean, why am I even surprised? So it's yeah. My vacation was all right. I had a
Your
bit of
vacation?
yeah, it was all right. It was just a bit heavy on the feels for me. But I'm getting better.
Because you're visiting your family?
No, my family lives down the road. I mean,
And his
because-
mom makes him food and stuff she drops every week.
yeah.
Can I
Yeah. I'll just tell her to.
I need a mom.
Yeah.
You are a mom. Shut up.
Moms
Yes, but
need
I
moms
need one
too.
too. Yes.
I mean,
Moms
yeah.
for mom.
Shut up and blow your nose.
Oh, the Portland moms. Have you talked about the Portland moms yet? And dads?
No, we haven't yet, but yeah. So that was what's been happening like this week in response to like the Gestapo, the Trump Gestapo, and the like unmarked federal cops like kidnapping.
Yeah, we talked about that last week. Yeah.
But what's that happened this week after that is like basically Moms Against Cops or Mom Tifa, anti-fascist mom says like come out and form like a wall or a shield for the protesters. And I think the moms are still getting like tear gas or something like that. A couple of them.
Comrade Ibot says, Mom Tifa.
Mom Tifa, yes, exactly that. And Dad Tifa too, because the dads also came out later. Leaf blower dads too. That's right. Using leaf blowers to blow away the tear gas.
Good.
That's
Finally,
genius.
dads.
That's genius.
Good.
I mean,
And dad bods make
after
for good blocking against
yes,
the police.
Definitely.
There was also
And
Vets
after
like veterans or veterinarians?
Yes, no, the vets like veterans because they were like we've seen that.
Veterans,
Yeah, we've seen that video of like the big guy who's like a former Navy vet that took a beating from like one of these Fed cops that has no insignias whatsoever. He got tear gas in the face, and he was just asking, "Hey, do you know about the oath that you'll swear to be like in the positions you are?" He got tear gas and just like beaten for that, but he stood there and took it and just like and then flipped them the birds like fuck you then. And he was a vet, and so now the vets are kind of like, oh, you're going after one of our own, screw that, no, we're not having that.
Oh, big mistake. How
Exactly.
do we even know they are cops though?
They do
They
actually.
they could just be goons for we know. Well,
It's
they
possible,
are, but
yeah.
Well, they
know
are
what I mean.
goons. I mean,
Yeah.
no, I know, but you know what I mean.
yeah.
Well, the thing is like they do actually like, even though they're just wearing like desert camo in Portland, they do say police, but they don't have any insignias of what organization or what agency that they're part of, or even what their name is either.
Also, I've seen the thing about the woman, the naked woman who
Mhm.
scared cops with a vulva.
Yeah.
Men are so predictable. I mean, that's amazing. That was amazing.
What
And-
did they call her? Tina?
Someone commented though that she wouldn't put her cooter on the pavement like that, and both the words and the situation made me laugh because don't do that. It's ew. Take a blanket.
Okay, Comrade Ibot, who is in Portland, has confirmed that like most of them are from like the CBP, the
What's the CBP?
Customs and Borders Protection Services as well. So
they're basically ICE.
They precede ICE. ICE is newer.
Yes,
they're the ones who make sure you don't have dangerous fruits or vegetables in the trunk of your car.
Oh yeah.
And the thing is, like, I just watched illegal.
What the fuck are they doing with protesters, though?
It's Illegal Eagle just did a video which is informative as well, because apparently the CBP can actually be deployed in certain circumstances as so long as they were within 100 miles of the border. Portland actually is 100 miles from a border because they're 100 miles from
watch,
the ocean.
Legal Eagle video.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know there was one. I'm not subscribed because illegal stuff gives me anxiety for some reason.
It's Legal Eagle's most recent video, like from 2 days ago. I found the link. I'll put it into the live chat. They can, like Comrade Eppa said, they can act within 100 miles of a border, and the coast is a border, and so yes.
And
So
if you
your
wait just a
country
second,
is
I have
so
found a map
fucked.
that
How-
shows CBP's. There we go. Once again,
Jurisdiction.
it show up 30 seconds from now on the YouTube stream. Shows the full extent of Customs and Border Patrol's range.
You're tolerating that kind of shit.
Mm.
Well, you're not anymore,
So,
clearly.
because they can operate within 100 miles of the border, and yes, that includes the coast. That means
Oh,
that
God.
they can operate through like half of California, huge swaths of Oregon, like 2/3 or 3/4 of Washington,
That's-
the entirety of Maine and Florida and Michigan, because the Great Lakes are another border. So the East Coast is
that
mostly covered by
horizontal
them.
line at the north is. Ew. Why is there so many horizontal borders in Americas?
Because
Ew.
it's an entirely artificial
No, I
nation that
know-
was created by treaty
I
rather
know
than
why.
by natural growth.
I know why, and I know it's Europeans' fault actually, but every time I see those straight lines, I'm like, ew.
And when you're that close in like the rural places, you like not realizing if you're like in Canada or in America. You can easily just like walk across the invisible line and be in like both countries.
Which has occasionally caused problems, especially with hunters who like to wander in the woods. And I was looking it up just to be sure about the Joshua tree. Technically, it's a form of asparagus.
Ah,
Brilliant. I mean, since we're laughing, I want to point out that Jonathan tried to say CBP twice and said.
Yeah, that was very
twice.
funny.
So yeah.
yeah.
I just wanted this on records.
I didn't
And
realize
Valerie
that.
in the chat asked earlier if who was Joshua? I'm pretty sure it's Jesus, isn't it?
Joshua is a common name in the Bible, and yes, Jesus is technically Joshua. The Joshua tree is named for Joshua from Exodus, though.
Oh,
because Mormons wandering through the desert looking for a place where they could commit genocide and not be genocided in return, for some reason thought that the Joshua tree was like Joshua guiding them through the desert.
Oh, another Turk. Hi. We are
Hello.
invaded by the Ottomans again. Americans will not get it. Well, maybe you are if you're an history nerd. But...
Well, no, it's because the Turkey is trying to get into the EU, and they're evil Muslims, so they're obviously taking it over on behalf of Saudi Arabia and China, right?
Obviously,
that's what you're talking about, yeah?
Obviously, yes.
Clearly,
that clearly sounds like me. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, yeah, totally.
That was just a nerdy joke.
Yeah, I get it though. I'm at least
That's because you're a nerd.
Yes, it is.
Despite your nickname.
Yes.
And David, most of the lines are post-U.S. independence, but the U.S. is super European.
Furniture invading Ottoman. I hate you, David.
Oh my god.
Okay, yep, you are going on timeout for that one.
Just time out.
But I'm reassured because things are going back to normal.
Oh yeah,
I was so worried there.
I mean, yeah.
Yes, David Scott was very funny, and then he made that pun. The thing is, like, he made that same kind of pun, like in the previous episode, and it took like me and Joe, like a couple minutes before we realized that he made that pun, and it's just like, oh god, David. Hello, Leftist Sad Sack.
Hey, Lefty.
We're talking about how America is like turning fascism. As Valerie has said, Fascism 101, recruit the brown shirts from misfits, newly created agencies without history, tradition, and closely
What are you reading?
I'm reading a previous comment in the live chat. Scroll up a little bit.
Oh.
And has shown dehumanizing behavior prior. Yeah, exactly. This is
all cops have shown dehumanizing behavior.
Oh yes, definitely.
Who made that comment?
Valerie Valois.
Why am I not seeing? Oh, for fuck's sake, Top Chat. Fuck you, YouTube.
Top Chat works for me to show Valerie's thing, but yeah.
I haven't seen that one. Unless it was like.
It's not that far back.
11:32. No, wait, no.
Just above a comment by Comrade iBot, just below a link that Geek posted to YouTube.
It's just 4 minutes.
Oh, Fascism 101. Okay.
Recruit the brown shits from red shits. Yeah.
But I didn't have it before.
Yeah, the Top Chat is just very weird. It's selectively Top Chat for some people and different for others. Damn algorithm. Anyway.
I'm. How many details about what?
Making devices looks like to fuck with the police.
Like they know.
But anyway, yeah. So we talked about Mom Tifa, Dad Tifa, and Vet Tifa. Some people want to say just how about we just say anti-fascist when referring to Antifa? That way, if people want to challenge anti-fascism, they have to admit that they're pro-fascism in the way.
But that takes so long. This is America.
Yeah. Also, I don't think we are past it now. Everybody knows they're fascists. They're all but admitting it. They're sending
out literal brown shirts
Nazi
to snatch people off the street in places controlled by their political opponents. This is
Nazi 101.
They started with concentration camps and then they moved to snatching citizens off the streets. This is fascism.
Yeah, and journalists and trying to restrict the rights of a certain population. This time it was trans people, but although we are going to in Nazi Germany, it was disabled folks first. This time around, it's trans people first. But I mean, the order in which they start doesn't really matter. It's the same shit. We've been seeing a pattern repeating for 2 years, at least 2 years now, and maybe liberals are finally listening now.
Maybe,
but
yeah.
I'm not even sure about that, because
Well, I know the boomers aren't.
I still
the boomers are.
yeah, but boomers are going to die in like 5 years. Who cares?
Yeah, but the election is in 5 months.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, but there are other elections, and
it's what
I'm more. Let's just say I'm more upset about younger people who still don't want to see it. I'm more upset about, even if I love him, the Steve Shives, and I mean, I listened to Ask Away yesterday, and that bullshit about
Oh, that's
violence.
right. I missed that. How did he answer my question about is he going to grow a pair and take down that statue with his truck?
Okay, I remember. It's like, well, if I am going to do it, I'm not going to say it in a public live stream.
Whereas I will happily
Smart
say
boy.
that if we get enough patrons and so on, if we get the Chapo Trap House levels, I will quit my job and become a vigilante crime fighter, traveling across the U.S., beating the shit out of, robbing, and then burning down the homes and businesses of white supremacists and neo-Nazis.
Oh, fuck yeah. Give us money.
Yes.
And since I know we'll never reach that level, I will be safe. And the police will never actually suspect me of being the person who is involved with the string of hundreds of thousands of mysterious fires across the United States.
Plus, we can. Well, it depends on where it happens. Because if it happens around like the Hagerstown like area, then we can just like, and we can be pretty sure, especially if it's fascist, it'll be Jack McPherson. But in South Carolina, are there any anarchists in South Carolina?
There's two. There's me and there's
And your
Dave,
cat.
but Dave is well, all cats are anarchists, but the cats don't engage in political activism. They engage in sleeping.
No, but still, my point was, I'm more upset that younger people still, I don't know, kind of defending the status quo.
They're so liberal.
I know Steve is the good type of liberal, but
Yeah.
Still a liberal.
the
Still liberal.
anti-violence and stuff like that, it's so privileged. Fuck
Yes.
you with your motorbike.
Yes.
Sorry.
No problem. Well, we did hear it, so like in the acknowledgement is that it's also
Yeah,
nice.
I think the whole of the city heard it, motherfucker.
But yeah, that's like even with like the Gestapo kind of like abducting people, there are so people who say vote. When like my brother said on Facebook, it's just like, but there's 5 months until the election, and even I probably already said this last week, and even if Biden does win the election in November, he's still not in office until January. Still plenty of time for the lame duck and Trump to do any number of different things. And like we know about like all the kind of pardons that like presidents always do in their last year of office. Well, just Trump have already pardoned several people as it is. That's not the worst of it. But like any kind of like executive orders that they can like the point that my brother made is just like, vote, but we need to do more than voting. And it's whenever I hear a liberal say vote first, just say vote, and not say anything else, I'm just going to like counter as it's like, yeah, but we got to do more than voting, a lot more than voting. Voting's not going to fix the problem right now.
A very trivial thing before we go on. Please, babes who are watching, can you upvote the stream? Because it looks like we have hate watchers.
What?
Yeah.
We have
Apparently,
more,
oh my
God, for making
we have more
mainstream.
dislike than likes. That's it.
We made it.
We're famous, babes. We have hate watchers.
Is it from just the title? Do you even left, bro?
Yo,
I
bro,
don't know.
bro, listen, bro. We totally got to overthrow this hierarchy, okay? I mean, dig it.
Oh God.
I love you, man. I love you. I love you. I love everybody, bro. That's why we got to get rid of this fascist bullshit.
Oh my God. Is that a leftist frat boy?
Oh.
Do you even Marx, bro?
You're in the army now. Oh. No, David in the chat talked about the status quo fans.
Oh my god.
And I'm an
Julie,
80s.
did it.
I'm
Oh
an
my
80s bitch,
God.
okay? I'm an 80s bitch. I can't help it. Don't hit me with that kind of shit, David. That's
I'm amazed.
sorry.
So
I love that song though.
Fun fact, I have in here my hand my ballot for the primary election that's going to be held on August 4th, but like Washington State, they mail out the ballots like 2 weeks in advance. I still haven't like turned mine in, but you can easily do that. What I find interesting is that like, okay, so the governor's office is up for re-election, but it's the primary.
Don't you have like 5,000 people on the ballot for governor?
But here's what's interesting is like the parties, because it's kind of weird. They don't say what party they affiliate, but they say what party they prefer to be affiliated. It's more or less the same thing. I don't know why we changed it. I think I did vote for that. Anyway, there have been candidates from Stand Up America Party, preferred Republican Party, okay, preferred unaffiliated, preferred Trump Republican Party, Socialist Workers Party. Okay, I'll look into that one. Preferred Republican. Okay, there's 2 candidates preferred Republican. There's a green. There's a second one preferred Trump Republican. Okay, Democrat, Republican, Proletarianist Party. I'll look into that, but it's no chance that this candidate's going to get in. States no party preferences. Interesting and true Independence Party, Democrats. American Patriot Party.
Oh my God, Lefto.
Is Republican.
How dare you? Sorry.
Julie's about to call the police.
What is it with Nordic folks? What the fuck? You're not a Swede. You should be a... Oh.
Driving her to call the cops is like the
I didn't say the cops, I said the police. It was a reference to another band. I was keeping the joke going. God.
Oh my God, I'm so...
Oh, I didn't even...
It's a good enough joke.
YouTube amendment?
Because it's the first time they did. David, it's their first time. But I'm starting to think you people of the north are problems.
Yeah, obviously that went over like a lead Zeppelin.
Oh my God.
Fuck you, John. Also, why is your t-shirt all the mirrored in the YouTube thing? It's fucking with my brains.
It's flipped. That's the reason.
Here.
So another American Patriot Party candidate, independent, no party preferences. Fifth Republic Party. I don't know what that's about. No party preference. Pre-2017 Republican Party. And no party, none a Republican, none a Democrat, none an independent, none a Democrat. The actual current Governor Jay Inslee Republican. Candidacy Labor, Cascadia Labor. Okay, it's the name of the mountain range in Washington State, the Cascades. And so Cascadia Labor, New Liberty, Republican, predominant. The number of Republican parties are now on the ballot in the primary. Trump Republican, and pre-2017 Republican, as well as like American Patriot. Yeah.
I mean, what? Your political system isn't complicated enough as it is. You have to complicate it.
Yeah, well, it's like anyone can. I don't know how easy it is.
Origin window was not.
All right. If you look at the stream now, you'll see the pictorial representation of Julie's response to all those jokes.
That's yeah.
That's quite accurate, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's because I'm fat. Okay, it's the chin. I don't look like a baby normally. Well, I guess it is my normal face now.
How many candidates are for the governor? Let's see, and then there's like all these other offices, but I don't think there's like any like other new like parties. There's the GOP party, which I don't know how that's different from the Republican Party, but yeah, actually, there's one position that like is the GOP party and 2 Republican
Oh my God,
parties.
are there more?
Yeah, well,
What
just
the
a bit more.
fuck?
Yeah. Yes. Again, so that's like 6, 7 different like Republican-esque kind of like parties. Jeez. No, Progressive Party. Okay. But yeah. So that's
A progressive party can be anything, though, considering your
I don't
terminologies
love
are
Babu's
pretty,
Phoenix.
hello,
Sorry.
Phoenix.
pretty weird.
Mhm.
Hello, Phoenix.
No, Phoenix
I mean-
asks who doesn't love Babu's. I don't really.
I mean, we had a chat
And yet,
about-
and yet, you're the mom of this like chat. A mom that doesn't
Doesn't
like
mean-
baby.
Yeah, I like grown-up children. That's why I was never an actual mom.
understandable. I mean, we had this, the internet questionnaires that give you your axes, like liberal or communists, economically, blah blah, kind of thing. And we had this
the
chat about.
square one with green.
Yeah,
and
there are
blue
like a few of those, and had this one where I was economically what's he called communists and socially liberal and stuff like that. And people were like, "Oh, I'm a liberal." No, I mean that's only the economic scale, and that's that kind of threw people off. Like I would say, the test, the questionnaire named me a libertarian socialist, I think.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's,
so
Wouldn't
that's
call me a
another name.
communist.
That's
For
another name for
an
anarchist.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
it's ANCOM, but it's people were like, "Oh, you're a liberal." No,
No.
that's just
Libertarian
fucking America
socialist
not
is not a
yeah.
liberal. It's an anarchist.
that's fucking America not understanding the word liberal. It's,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that fascists are really good at giving other people labels and destroying the meanings of words. And so liberal
yeah.
back in the 80s and 90s was completely fucked. I mean, it used to mean what people in Europe mean.
Hey, well, if the audience can like check to see.
I
Okay.
refreshed again and it works again.
Yeah, my internet seems to have finally restabilized. I have a good upload speed going.
Yeah, Metro says it's still frozen for like me.
Okay.
Works now according to LeftosAtSac.
Okay, I'm going to
yeah.
tell everyone to refresh, please.
I already
Yes.
did. Beat you to it. Haha.
Refresh, gang.
You
Refresh.
beat me to it like to a fraction of a second.
Well, that's
2.2
because I'm a man and we're
2.2
just better at
seconds.
things like that.
Yeah, but I have boobs and you don't.
That's quite an advantage. I mean,
Mine's not there.
You have to admit.
It's the liberals licking the band.
I
David.
don't get David.
Yeah, I don't get that one either. And yeah, I agree, Phoenix. Internet connection is great when it works. And hello,
Liberals
means
licking the
construction.
broadband. Broadband is not a boat, not a boot. So I don't know.
So they're just looking in the air then.
I think it's a reference to like licking the boots.
Yes, but I mean, I'm thinking about it, but broadband boot. I can't see the connection.
Phoenix has a
No,
good...
it. Let's just say he failed at that one.
Agree.
Yeah.
Now, Phoenix has a good question. She is scripting my video on romanticizing of mental illness in like media and other parts like that. Anyone have any suggestions of
Wow. apart from the manic pixie girl stuff.
Yeah.
ADD means you're a super detective.
Oh, but like
Monk.
examples of like
Monk.
media that done. Oh, Monk. Oh, okay. Never watched that show. Okay.
And the new Sherlock is like a
Hmm.
high functioning sociopath.
Which one?
Mm.
Hopefully not the one from Elementary.
Sherlock.
No, no,
Sure-
this,
No,
Yeah, Moffat
Elementary
is-
is awesome. Elementary is very good. Sherlock is not that good.
Yeah, Moffat is just a
I
good
mean,
writer, a terrible
It was
showrunner.
amazing, but
When he
yeah.
runs the show, everything he does is bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, the one from Elementary is probably autistic, I
Mhm.
guess.
Mm.
But
Oh, yeah,
it's not romanticized in any way.
Yeah,
Mm.
and it's not
Okay.
even referenced. I mean, it's
No,
that
it's
one,
not.
that
I'm
one-
just
yeah.
Then
not
there's
Benny and June. Benny and June was awesome.
yeah, and I don't think that romanticized it because it showed how difficult it was to live with it and deal with it.
Yeah, and
Even
June,
though it did
I mean,
focus on the relative more than the.
fuck Johnny Depp, but that movie is
Mm.
one of the few movies that shows autism in a woman, first of all, and in about, I don't know, realistic way, I guess. It's
Mm.
so far away from fucking Rain Man.
Another depiction of autism I like, even though they never actually address it, you have to sort of guess. Bones.
Mm.
Yeah.
With can't remember her name, Zoe Deschanel's sister,
Mm-hmm.
the other Deschanel,
Emily
Deschanel,
Emily.
and Angel from Buffy.
Mm-hmm.
David Boreanaz.
David Boring something.
Boreanaz, yeah.
David Boring.
But yeah,
is
Bones, Temperance
boring
has, at least to me, seems to be on the spectrum. And
But I think the actress is on the spectrum, and her and David, what's his name, are producing the show.
his name is just
That's why that
boring
show
as.
was so good. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Okay,
Just say boring as.
boring ass.
And we'll know what you're talking about. Yes, and the people on this. Yeah, I agree. Sheldon is as another one.
Yeah, Sheldon is just awful.
yeah, he's not a good depiction.
He's probably autistic, but that.
Oh yeah, Nick Anderson.
He's also a horrible.
But no, but
person.
that would be a good thing to talk about in media, kind of romanticization of it. You know, I'm not crazy. My mama had me tested. And how it's supposedly make him like the super genius physicist.
Yeah, and
when he's just an asshole. Well,
Yeah.
they're all
Right.
assholes. The
Yeah.
only character that is decent in that show is Penny.
Penny's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Phoenix says, as an autistic person who isn't a white cis guy, I have to say that I was forced to adapt to the real world and not the nicest way.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I liked Benny and June so much, and I'm so fucking. I can't watch that movie anymore because of Johnny fucking Depp, and I hate him for that, because that movie, it was I don't know. For me, it was very important. I wanted to be June when I was a kid, even though I'm not like her. Don't have the same challenges, I mean. But I don't know. She was awesome.
Just to bring it back to like a previous conversation about like member, I
Anyways.
think you mentioned that like you're the political test you actually take that said you're a libertarian socialist. I think that's the 8 values test, which is different. It's similar kind of test, but different from the 4 compass test that I took
it's
and
not
put
the
on my
same.
channel.
No.
But related to that, like this week or last week or something like that, our comrade and friend Captain Andy on his second channel, DeathCon Comms, Deconstruct Communications, did a really good video of describing left wing and right wing. So I'm going to link that into the chat and like encourage everyone to watch it. And also use for whenever, any time a liberal or American or someone is confused of what is left wing and what is right wing, you can just link them to that video.
I mean, it's easy. If you're not anti-capitalist, you're not a leftist.
I
For
agree.
starters.
Mhm.
Yeah.
For starters.
I mean, yeah.
It's not inclusive, it's exclusive, but it's a start.
Mhm.
Because there's way too many people, especially in the US, who say they are leftist but think capitalism is fine.
Yeah, and I think
Yeah.
Captain Andy might do a follow-up video, kind of like more of like the intermediate stuff, because he only focused on like the corners of like the authoritarian right, authoritarian left, libertarian right, or libertarian left. Or I like how he put it: authoritarian left and libertarian right.
Yeah. Libertarian right is something that is completely nonsensical in Europe.
Mhm.
It's nonsensical everywhere. The right is authoritarian.
No,
Yes.
but I mean it
And also libertarian means
libertarians
socialist.
only make sense in the US. That's why I call them libertarians.
Yeah.
I don't allow them the word. It comes from my language, and it's
Yeah.
it's
they
a
are the
synonym
ANCAP.
for anarchist. A libertaire is an anarchist. For them.
They are ANCAP, but it's the idea
And
that
crabs.
the whole of the market should be completely free of any fetters, kind of deal, which is, I can see that someone taking that as an ideology, but attaching the word liberty to that is, it doesn't sit right with me. It's weird because it's only liberty for corporations, not for people.
Mhm.
You see
Yes,
what I
exactly.
mean?
That's what this actually.
It automatically means the people will be enslaved under the name of human resources. That's all there is to it.
David Proudhon was a cunt, though. So.
Exactly, and that's why
he was
an anarchist.
He was kind of an anarchist, yeah.
Yeah,
he was the one who coined the term, and he was very much a socialist.
Yes, and but also
he was a massive cunt.
But the reason why the word libertarian got associated with like leftist, well, it was leftist anarchists who like first came up with the word libertarian, and it was like a French poet in 1857. He said calling himself a libertarian to separate himself from Proudhon and Proudhonists, who, well, were cunts, patriarchs, and like a bit anti-Semitic, and so that's why the leftists had libertarians, and it's of course the right with Mary Rothbard who stole the word libertarian, and DEFCON and Captain Andy mentioned that in his video.
Phoenix, honestly, I don't know of any actual anarchist in BreadTube, because Captain Andy, for instance, who we're talking about, is awesome, and he would die rather than being associated with LeftTube. BreadTube.
Yep. Oh, but like mentioning about like how Phoenix is talking about how there's like so few talk about like ableism amongst the big left-tubers, because a lot of them are ableist.
Oh, I know what they say. I mean, what's his name? What's their name actually? Thought Slime is an anarchist. I don't think they are comfortable with being associated with BreadTube anymore.
Yeah, Thought Slime has actually made a video about like, because
which is nice, finally. Sorry,
yeah, exactly.
And other than that, I don't know. Who do you know that's Vosh? Oh my god, I'm not even going to go there. Vosh isn't an anarchist.
Okay, Julie, just a correction. Thought Slime is non-binary, but Thought Slime's pronouns are he, him. Duplex, essentially. Yeah. So there's this correction, but yeah, Thought Slime, I agree with Phoenix. Thought Slime it's valid as fuck, even though Thought Slime...
Don't tell him that he hates that word as much as I do.
That's valid.
We don't like
every
American
time,
Johnson.
Julie. I will never not make that joke.
I know.
The means of destruction, we have our issues with American Johnson. A lot of leftists actually have his issues with American Johnson.
Yes, but he is an anarchist. That's true.
True, he is an anarchist. I agree that American Johnson is an anarchist, and he likes BreadTube, something like that.
Oliver Thorne is not an anarchist.
I hear conflicting things about that.
He said he was a socialist.
Yeah, I can believe that, but I guess he's not an anarchist. If he says,
he never. I don't know.
Dumpster Flower is an anarchist. I like Dumpster Flower. I
don't know them, but are they associated with BreadTube? What we call BreadTube?
they have done collaborative videos with like a radical reviewer is also an anarchist, but he stands for like the people I don't like, and so
Shelly,
but
look at the stream.
I'm not looking at the stream right now. Oh,
Kittens!
Yes. We need.
I
that
almost
kitten
lost
break.
my teeth.
Kitties, I have that power over Julie. She can like almost lose her teeth over kitties.
Yeah, I don't put glue on my dentures. That's why. That's my own fault, but it disgusts me.
But then how do you eat corn on the cob?
I don't.
But
There's
that's
a
what
lot of
dentures
stuff.
are for.
There's
Every single commercial I've ever seen for dentures says, I can eat corn on the cob.
That's
That
the
should be an
thing.
American thing. That has to be an American thing. I mean,
When I was a kid, I used to eat corn on the cob, but not that much because it's a pain in the butt. We
I
just
love corn.
cut them
and
before cooking them.
I love corn on the cob, but I can't eat them anymore. They have pretty high glycemic index.
Yeah, same. I shouldn't. I eat a lot of stuff that I shouldn't. Well, actually, when I was at Mylene's, I didn't.
I never had cream corn actually. That's right. Yeah, Mr. Thoughtslime was like called out by like some douche at like Brocialist I never heard of. Ben and Pinot.
Brocialist?
Yeah.
That's an amazing term.
Oh, you
First time I've
didn't
used
know about
Dude,
it?
do you even left, bro?
Amazing.
It's a synonym for monarchists that aren't anarchists.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah, got ya.
They're not really leftists. They're
They are if you consider that the left is just class consciousness.
True. Yeah.
They are anti-capitalist in that sense. They are leftist, but they are also misogynistic, ableist, transphobic, and all that. And
they're douche bros who happen to not.
they're
hate
really not
everyone.
anarchists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas on the right, they definitely hate everyone.
Yes.
I mean, that's the thing with BreadTube, isn't it? They're brochurists, basically.
Yeah, a lot of them are.
Even when they are black women like Angie. Brochurists.
Yeah, exactly.
Class reductionists.
Yes, and which was the also accusations levied against like Michael Brooks, because as Marty Athanasi mentioned earlier in the chat, that like Michael Brooks was kind of like complaining about ID pool as it were, and so
But like we said, they can be actually
Apparently.
leftist and be
Sure.
cunts.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there are some. We mentioned Pierre Joseph Proudhon, who called himself an anarchist, but he was a cunt too.
He didn't call himself an anarchist. He coined the term.
Oh, okay. I guess okay.
Proudhon is an asshole, was an asshole, but he is important in the sense that he is the proof that anarchists are socialists.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because he was a socialist and he's the one who invented the word anarchism.
Right.
So,
the means of destruction, you have made some interesting comments, like you said earlier in chat, that like we need a more democratic capitalism. We disagree because like you can't have democracy.
yeah,
with
I'm
capitalism.
pretty sure that they were joking.
Can
Can we have a more fair
made a
and
little,
balanced capitalism?
They made
Can't
a
we
little
oppress
emoji
everyone
after.
equally?
I mean,
well, they replied to like one of my posts about that.
Owner near. I have no idea how to pronounce that name. I'm sorry. I think stumbled upon the definition of brocialist perfectly. Class consciousness
Oh, no.
without awareness of any other issue.
They're a friend
Yeah.
of Mehmet. I see them from time to time in
yeah,
their
his,
posts.
his name is Onur.
Onush?
Oh, Onush.
Onur.
Oh,
Not
r.
sh. Sorry about that, Casey. I know it's like we talked about earlier.
No,
about the
he's
B and the
Turkish,
W.
right? So it's got to sound like
Yes.
gargling a cock. So it's got to be on the.
No, don't start with that conversation again, for fuck's sake. That was disgusting.
It's one of those things I've noticed over the years. When I say when I make the sound, r sound, it sounds like sh to Anglophones and Francophones. I don't know why. I don't know. Well,
it's just you don't make the r, you just made the sh.
Well, Onur sounds like the r sound to me. It's like the VW thing we talked earlier. I can't tell the difference
languages are
between
weird.
those.
Yes.
Because my language don't have that distinction, so I've never learned that distinction from an early age.
But yeah, but as I was like going on, the main instructions that said that like I think we need more divisions than like a left and right binary, something like that. Well, I kind of see it, and that there is politically economic issues, and that's a sliding scale of spectrum from like left to right, where right being capitalist and left being like anti-capitalism, socialist, and it's where, and then there's the social justice issues, but they kind of yes, shut up, David. And where it's like social justice issues being right.
Oh my God! Is it the first time you shut David up?
I don't know.
I don't think I ever...
I love that he didn't even pause in his stream of consciousness.
Yeah,
he just kept going.
I don't think I ever
Shut
heard
up,
you
David, and...
say "shut up, David."
That's perfect. This probably is the first time you hear me say "shut up, David," but like I remember saying it before or something like that. But yeah, I kind of like...
I do too. I remember you saying that too.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
but that was so casual inside the sentence. It was awesome.
Because I talk way too fast. I talked to someone last night who said, you talk way too fast. And like, you're right. I have to remember to slow down as I'm talking. And like back to like saying, then there's social justice, which has its own left to right political spectrum. Again, sliding scale. Right is fascism, while left is like progressiveness and social justice. And so that's how I guess liberals, especially American ones, can be center of right of center being capitalist, but yet be left of center or progressive on social justice issues. And
but like we can see with some anarchists or actual leftists, you don't have to be interested in social justice to be a leftist. That has nothing to do with...
Well, I think if you want to be good at being a leftist, you have to.
I agree, but that's not the... We are talking definitions here.
True.
The left is an economical left-right is economical, and well, not only, but
it shouldn't be when you consider.
No,
theory,
I know, but you just have to be anti-capitalist to be really leftist, I guess.
True.
I mean, I wouldn't call them really leftists, but that's a personal
no, I agree with that. I don't want to associate with those people in any way or form, and no label or anything. I fucking hate them, but
and freedom of association.
That wasn't the point. What the fuck is that? Oh, it's a map of the US.
But labeled
chaos.
With,
I love Florida. It's chaos.
And then, except for down at the very bottom where it's bikinis and cars.
That's Miami. Yes, exactly. And yes,
what is KKK and incest? What's that?
KKK is the Ku Klux Klan. Incest is when family members have sex with each other.
I'm talking about the states, you motherfucker.
That's the Deep South.
That's the Deep South.
So we have West Virginia and Kentucky. Then we have North and South Carolina.
Why is he explaining what KKK
is? And what's racism and food?
That is going to be Georgia.
Yes.
Okay.
Because soul food.
Because as a French person, I know chaos, racist cowboys, gays and vegans, Twilight now because I have a friend who lives here. Hi, Jonathan.
Hello. And
I know where you are. True. And I think I know I know Fresh Prince and Italians, I guess.
West Philadelphia, born and raised. The playground is where I spent most of my day.
Italians is which one?
New Jersey.
New Jersey.
Oh, okay. So I know
Freaking
that one,
Jersey. Hey, babe, I love you, babe. You have no idea.
yeah. And the other ones, I don't know.
Chirac
Wisconsin's
is reference
cheese.
to Chicago.
Detroit
Because-
become human.
Satan,
Oh my
Satan is
god.
Nevada, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Satan's Nevada because like
Oh my God, I know where Nevada is.
Up here we have Idaho, which has potatoes.
Oh, the potatoes.
Yes.
Yes, I know that.
And obviously it also has lots and lots of Mormons. And I
Mhm.
can't remember which church it is that is really, really opposed to vaccination. Christian Science. Christian
Yes.
Scientists. Church of Christ Scientists. They are totally against vaccinations. Therefore, all of the cemeteries in Idaho are full of small children.
So Native Americans are what? Wisconsin?
No. It's Wisconsin. No, Wisconsin's cheese, which is next to Purple Rain, which is Minnesota.
No,
And
it's Montana,
Native
North and
Americans
South Dakota.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So Joey, who came in
Dakota
and talked about the
Pizza.
Lakota, he was talking about
Yes.
the Dakotas.
Yes, the
They.
North and South Dakota.
They, not he.
So, sorry, they.
Mhm.
You're right.
Yeah.
So Tom is cheese.
Yes, Thomas
And-
cheese.
And what's Purple Rain?
Purple
Rain,
Rain,
is
that's-
Minnesota. P.C. Myers,
Minnesota.
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 Oh, I have friends that.
Yeah, Joanna.
And of course,
there.
Purple Rain is referring to Prince, who was famously from Minnesota,
Minnesota.
and loved it.
Really?
see.
I thought he was an Englishman.
No,
No.
Prince of America.
It was not.
Prince
Oh,
was
that's
I
one
mean,
of
he
the
was
few- that's
fruity
one
and
of the few
floofy
good
and dressed in
ones that
velvet
wasn't-
and lace, but he was not English.
That's one of the few good ones that wasn't from England then.
He had
Yes.
perfect teeth. I mean,
Yeah, Mylene, Florida is the dick of America.
Yes.
I always noticed it.
Whereas Texas is kind of somewhere between the taint and the prostate.
Yeah. We had this conversation before.
Because
so I'm not
California
made
is
fun.
super gay, it is definitely the butthole.
Wait, racism and Creole food, is it Louisiana?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh my God, I thought Louisiana was where racism and food was.
No, that's Georgia.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but you know,
Mhm.
that's where I envisioned it. I suck at American geography, but I'm pretty sure I suck less at American geography than American suck at European geography. So that's
true,
okay.
yeah.
Well, the thing is, we only have 50 states and like 50 years of history, whereas you guys have 500 states and 500 years of history. So,
yeah. I mean, obviously.
We have
That's
a
a
little
lot of
more than
information.
500 years of history.
yeah, but most of that was the Middle Ages, doesn't really count. It wasn't until you discovered
Yes, it
whiteness
does.
that it became okay.
Yes, it does.
I mean, you know, even what was his name? Crowley from Good Omens.
the weekend guy?
No,
Oh no,
the
from
snake
Good
guy.
Omen. Okay.
Good Omens. Yeah, he slept through the 13th and 15th century because it doesn't
was
need
boring.
to sleep, but it was fucking boring. So
Mhm.
But I don't. Aziraphale didn't, so there must be something
Yeah.
good about it. Maybe food.
I don't know. Azrael liked the Gavat. I mean, he's kind of a.
Yeah, but he likes food mostly.
Mhm.
Let's be honest.
And
He likes
books.
food and wine and books, but
Yeah.
he likes food.
I mean, who doesn't?
I know a lot of people who don't. They're sad.
Republicans.
Yes. Have you seen Kevin posted something about how is AOC staying so thin when she eats so many congressmen?
For lunch, yeah.
That's a good one by Kevin. Yeah.
So
I mean,
yeah.
The first time I heard about first couple of months when she was AOC, I'm talking about AOC, when she was really like a natural phenomena. People were like phenomenon. Oh my god.
Your language sucks. It's not our fault, okay?
The first thing I checked was the age at which you're allowed to be. What's that?
Oh God, John, that's
You're allowed to be the president. Barbara from Church.
35, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, and AOC
I
is the
still
first woman
five,
allowed to
yeah.
turn 35. Or encouraged.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm really excited about the 2024 13th of October.
What is it?
That's when she turns 35.
Oh,
And we'll finally be old
So
enough
she
to run
can
for
run.
president.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I like AOC, but I mean,
Well,
she's
she's not perfect, but
politician,
she's head
and
and
I don't
shoulders
like
above everyone
politicians.
else.
I don't
Oh,
like
yeah, that's-
politicians, so I'm not excited for.
Well,
I mean, John is right. I mean, that's what I meant. I mean, she's not.
Yeah,
yeah, she
it
was
never
is
elected.
Maylin, isn't it?
IOC?
AOC is in French is a label we give to our cheese and wine. It means appellation d'origine contrôlée. It means that the name it is
That means
given
that
is
that there's a
controlled
reason
and-
that she is from Brooklyn. She's not sparkling New Jersey.
Yes.
Yeah.
AOC is a label for food and wine, basically, and it took me some time to stop
Thinking
melting
about
the
cheese
two
and
in
wine
my
when
my
talking
head.
about,
So,
Alexander,
but
yeah,
maybe
positive
that's why
birthday.
I like her too. Maybe she reminds me of cheese, so I like her.
Yeah, that makes total
Who knows?
sense.
I'm calling
I
her
like her
cheesy.
because she's cool mostly, but yeah, she's
Mostly
a
she's
politician,
so.
so
That's right. And she was always a democratic socialist, just never just like still believe in the capital system, still believe
I
in
like Ilhan Omar better by a mile.
I like Ilhan Omar a lot, and ALC kind of like didn't stand with Ilhan Omar when Ilhan Omar was like getting some crap from the Democratic Party, if I remember correctly, from what I've heard. And so I can see, hey,
Hi, Jordan.
it's great to see you. And so I still prefer AOC compared to like the vast majority of the other politicians I have in this country.
I mean, duh.
Yeah, exactly. It's
But
because
that's my point. I'm not saying she's that one savior
exactly.
who will make America an Anacom
I don't like
utopia or
Bernie,
anything
but
like that.
I still like him better than the vast majority of other politicians too. So
Well, yeah. Actually, I was in a hangout in like November 2019, no, like 2018 actually, and that was just after like AOC like won her seat and something like that. But she has like, but even then we said just wait for it. She'll probably just like sell out and just agree to like vote for something or like agree to like vote for something and pass it, and so that like to play politics in the system as well, where our criticism is with the system as well.
Shut up, David. We're having a conversation. That's what we do every week.
Yes, we're talking politics. A bunch of anarchists sitting around talking about politics. And it's been a good conversation, so shut up, David.
Well, David is right. Let's pack it up and go. This is completely meaningless. I mean,
if you look at the screen now, you might want to take a deep breath before you do.
What the fuck is that awful thing?
Yeah, this is something that was retweeted recently by Steve King, the white nationalist in Congress from Iowa.
my God.
And you'll notice that the person who posted it was replying to James Woods, the white nationalist
Of course
actor.
they were. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Okay,
So-
I need a drink now.
See, this is why I always have like extra bottles next to me as I'm doing the show.
Yeah, I'm not sure he's talking about water, but
Oh, that's right. It is like Saturday evening for him. So hey, yeah.
I have
so-
water and I'm too lazy to get up. But in my fridge there's apricot juice, and it's so good. So if you have never drunk apricot juice, it's amazing.
cat?
Where?
Lower left-hand corner of Nimitz.
Yes, I think
Yes.
next to the corner. Yes, that's
That's,
Amy.
Nothing else matters.
that's-
Shut the fuck up. Is that a
That's
cat?
Fat Amy.
That's Fat Amy. Yes, because the other cat is Terra, as in the Earth.
And she's not fat.
She because there's according to Gabriel and Gallus,
She's
this refers.
fluffy.
Yes. Well, according to Gabriel Gates, there's like 5-stage fast. There's big, there's chubby, there's big, healthy, chubby, fluffy, and damn. But then Gabriel Gates has said there's now a 6th stage of fatness of oh hell no.
No, she's just a junk.
Yeah, exactly.
Chunky monkey.
That's orange cats tend to get big like that. So
Yeah, there's another YouTuber, the Angry Aussie. He also has like a tabby, but like with a white belly tabby, and that is a chunky tabby.
wait for Rory cats to be older. You'll see.
What? Who's dead? I'm not familiar with that person, Jordan.
I have no idea who that is either.
Regis Philbin? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I know
not,
of Regis Philbin.
Do you want to be? Who wants to be a millionaire?
Yes, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Kelly, Regis and Kelly, and then it was
Kathy
Regis
Lee.
and Kathy. So yeah, Regis Philbin is a long time like television personality. So yeah, a staple of like American television, daytime and like even evening time. So yeah,
Mehmet, we noticed your fat cat when you were gone.
Behind you, over your right shoulder.
Yeah.
Fat Amy.
It's Amy.
She has the same name as what's her name?
Fat
The
Amy.
fat girl in Pitch Perfect.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Rebel
Rebel
Wilson.
Played by Rebel Wilson.
Yeah.
Fat Amy. Except your
it's
Fat
spelled
Amy
differently.
is a little less vulgar. Let's say. I really appreciate Rebel Wilson.
No, she is
but
fucking vulgar.
She is very
No,
vulgar,
she
which cracks me up.
Amy actually is like family with me only, and she is worse than a big cat with anyone else.
Oh,
like,
she wants to eat everyone else.
Oh yeah, she screams at everyone.
Yeah. That
hisses at
reminds me of
everyone.
my,
That's how
my
Baby Girl
ex-partner's
was.
cat. She was the same, and she was a white and orange girl, a fat one like your one, and
So
she
y'all
couldn't
have
fucking
so
stand
Fat
me.
Amy is totally a Karen.
Yeah.
Why?
Karen, the white woman who wants to see the manager, calls the cops on a brown person just because they happen to be nearby.
How is fat?
Because she screams at everyone and hates everyone, but only loves
okay.
one person.
Oh, you mean my Amy? Okay,
Yes.
yeah, she is a Karen, definitely. Yeah.
How
She
do you
speaks
spell
to the
it?
manager.
Karen?
Do you mean Amy or
Yes, your cat Amy. How do you spell it?
AIME?
Oh yes,
Hmm.
not spelled the same then.
No, it's not spelled the same.
And where is Tara? The pretty one never shows up.
Peter
Um,
Green too.
Let me get
Julie
her. I
is
don't know
willing to
where
play
she is.
favorites.
I mean, she's a torty. Of course, I'm going to play favorite. She's a fluffy torty.
Oh yeah, Peter Green, co-founder of like Fleetwood Mac, has died at like 73.
Well, they're
this?
old. It's
73. Yeah. It's
sorry, Tom.
I mean, it's not tragic because Grant and Harlan.
Tara, pretty girl.
Speaking of old people who died, Stephen Miller, one of the open neo-Nazis in the White House, his grandmother died of COVID.
Oh,
I don't care.
And his uncle...
Mithril, you're not 73.
He's old as dirt, though.
Yes, but no. He's like 10 years older than me. Shut up.
Well, we are old as that, so.
No, we're not. I'm not.
Yeah, you're old as radio, not old as dirt.
Okay.
I'm just statistically, I'm just starting the second half of my life. Just because you dudes live less longer, it's not my fault. that you are less advanced biologically.
I think it's also
Yes,
kind of,
I mean, less advanced biologically is a better term instead of saying young. That's quite quite good. I'm more advanced than you biologically. I mean, I'm not saying I'm older.
I don't know. Sounds
Just
kind of racist.
More advanced.
Mithril's a geological phenomenon.
Slow and full of worms.
He said phenomena.
Phenomena.
Phenomenon.
Phenomena.
The phenomena is
I
plural.
don't understand the joke.
It's a reference to
Phenomena.
Muppets.
Phenomena.
It's from the
Phenomena.
Muppets. The Muppets TV show. It was a skit that they did.
I think it was first with Tuak. Was it name of that? But
Whatever that means. Phenomena.
It's from a children's show, and thus
But it
everybody
doesn't
about
say
my age.
phenomena.
someone made a video of Voyager Vulcan going phenomenon, and
They don't say that.
Mm-hmm.
They don't say anything in that Muppet thing.
No,
Yeah,
they
they
don't.
don't,
But
but it's-
phenomenon sounds not like phenomena.
phenomena. Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm so slow.
And it became a meme of some sort.
Yeah, but I
So-
know the phenomena thing. I just didn't get the joke. I'm slow, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So it's about that time.
Mhm.
Fishy
Oh,
Fashy
yeah.
Freak
Fishy
Out.
Fashy? Oh God.
Fishy.
Fishy fashy.
All right.
Brace yourselves for
So I
moral
was going
rage.
to try and go for a theme, just getting a Republican congressman.
Mm-hmm.
But I found a really good one that I had to share from someone who wasn't a Republican congressman. So we have 2 congressmen and then a public action group. So first up, Republican Congressman Matt Gaetz, who proudly describes himself in his Twitter bio as Florida Man. And follows that up with a
That's
quote
fucking
from Donald
amazing.
Trump. He's a machine, handsome and going places. But that's just his bio. Anyway, this particular tweet is his defense of fellow Florida Congressman Ted Yoho, who called AOC a bitch.
Yeehaw!
So, that's our first tweet. Matt Gaetz defends Ted Yoho for calling AOC a bitch. Next up, we have the Susan B. Anthony list. Don't let the name fool you.
I
Susan
know
B.
the name, but I don't even know who that is.
Susan B.
Susan-
Anthony was a suffragette. She was
Yes.
one of the people who was instrumental in getting the vote for women.
In
Her
America.
US?
arrest is what
In
went
the
through the
US.
courts and
Okay.
helped.
That's why I know her
But
name.
the Susan B. Anthony list
Okay.
is not like that. Susan B. Anthony
Oh.
list is an anti-abortion group
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah.
because they're all about empowering women by. Shut up.
Not empowering them.
Yeah. So anyway, in this day and age of tearing down statues to shitty people, they named 3 people, 2 of whom they thought should not get statues, and 1 of whom they thought should. See if you can figure out which one it is. First on their list was Margaret Sanger, founder of Planned Parenthood. The second on their list was Thurgood Marshall, the first black justice on the Supreme Court. And finally, Henry Hyde, the guy who put the Hyde Amendment in place during his first year in Congress. The Hyde Amendment is the one that prevents federal funding from going to abortion. So, yeah, the first 2 had big red X's. The last one had their green check saying, yes, Henry Hyde should definitely have a statue, not Thurgood Marshall. So not only did Margaret Sanger found Planned Parenthood, but Thurgood Marshall was on the court for Roe v. Wade, and he voted.
Oh.
So that's the second tweet, Susan B. Anthony list, saying instead of tearing down statues to shitty people, we should put up statues to a shitty person. Finally, Representative Steve King of Iowa.
Oh
The
God.
guy who openly said, "What's wrong with white nationalism? It's a good thing.
Yep.
I'm white. I'm a nationalist. I'm a white nationalist."
He has
Oh,
been
God.
primaried out, though.
Yes, he has been primaried out, so he might not be in Congress that much longer. But he thinks that Googling things and then clicking image search is a good way to do research.
Of course he does.
So he wanted to defend Donald Trump for some reason. Or maybe just wanted to defend racist statues and the Confederate flag because he Googled slavery and it didn't bring up any images of Confederate flags for him. Whereas when he Googled Southern Pride, it did bring up Confederate flags. Therefore, Donald Trump is right and not racist for some reason.
Uh-huh.
So, those are
that's
your
an
3
air raid
tweets.
siren.
Matt Gaetz defends Ted Yoho. Susan B. Anthony list says we should put up a statue.
Sargon
to Confederate.
research
Yeah, the
methods.
Sargon research method. Exactly.
Oh, yes.
And Steve King thinks Google image search is valid research. So those are your 3 tweets. Let's go counterclockwise. Let's start with Mehmet.
I'm gonna guess that the third statue they want to put up is not of Hyde but someone else.
Okay.
I think that's the debate there, because the other 2 are quite. I mean,
Quite mundane.
they are. Yeah, they are mundane. They are quite possible. I mean,
All right, so Mehmet is
Not
voting for Susan
outrageous
B.
at
Anthony
all.
list. Julie. Yes, I made it challenging this week.
Yeah.
it is challenging. There are no really outrageous shits going on there. Well, there are.
Yeah, that
obviously,
and
but they are
also the
different
heat
states.
is really challenging my neurons. You know,
Oh, it is.
I am slow. I don't know. Just to not say something that, and then Mehmet, I'm going to say the last one. I don't know.
Okay, you don't think that Steve King relies on Google image search.
I do think it does, but
28 degrees, so that's about 85 degrees Fahrenheit.
It's only 14 here.
I
and it's
am
almost
at 30.5 degrees Celsius right now.
Okay, that's right. It's late at night for Mehmet and Julie. Okay, so since Julie said it's the Stephen King that's a fake one, Mehmet's
Yeah,
going with
I
the,
don't think it's fake.
Susan
but
B.
I
Anthony?
don't know.
Which
Right,
one are you
and-
going with, Jonathan?
well, first of all, I'm going to say of just the Susan B. Anthony list, but the statues today. Don't put up a statue of Hyde. Don't put up a statue of the Planned Parenthood founder either, because she was for eugenics as well. She founded Planned Parenthood, but was for eugenics. I don't know anything else about the judge other than she did proceed and voted for Roe v. Wade. So if you put up a statue, put up of her. But I agree, we should put up a statue of Kropotkin instead. Yes,
Nah, let's put statues of Emma Goldman.
Emma Goldman, yes, that's a big one. Anyway, so which one is the fake one? You know what? Someone has to be a winner. So I'm going to say the Matt Gaetz one you altered slightly. So there's
Okay.
going to be no sweep whatsoever.
All right. So you all
Half
went.
knife today.
There we go. Finally have it set up correctly so I can show you the tweets. All right. So you all went in different directions with this one. So
Why
let's.
are we upside down? Oh, we are not.
I
We are
was
fixed,
trying
yeah.
to flip it, and I clicked the wrong thing. All right. So no agreements, no sweeps. One of you is going to be right. The other 2 will be wrong. So let's go ahead and start. Last will be first. Steve King. He actually had 3 tweets on this one. 1 tweet wasn't enough to contain his idiocy.
Of
So
course.
first up,
Of course.
if you believe the Confederate flag is and always was the symbol of slavery, show me. Google slavery and click images. I see Old Glory at the bottom of last page, but not a glimpse of stars and bars.
One of 3. Oh my God.
Yeah. His second one was, if you don't believe the Confederate flag is and has long been a symbol of Southern pride, Google Southern pride. Once you get past the barbecue grills, almost all the rest are stars and bars. Makes me want to put some ribs on my grill.
What a fucking idiot.
And finally, just, the cherry on the white nationalist sundae. Today, the world population of slaves is 31 million, virtually equal to the entire population of the United States at the beginning of the Civil War. Why not turn our efforts to freeing I didn't notice that. Freeing
Oh
them
my
is what he
God.
meant to say, but he had a typo. Feeing them instead of grinding up the bones of dead Confederates. Because modern day slavery...
That's a lapsus if I ever saw one.
Yeah, because modern day
It's
slavery
like
means
a-
we can't be upset about past slavery that still has an impact on people alive today.
That's
So-
like a Freudian
Yeah, I
slip.
knew I was losing. I think Mehmet is winning, but I didn't want to say the same thing as him.
Mhm.
Because you hate my guts, I know.
Shut up.
Not only did I get that tweet about AOC and Ilhan Omar destroying the U.S. by trolling through Steve King's thing, I also found the Susan B. Anthony list tweet while going through Steve King's feed.
He retweeted.
He's just a gold mine for bad takes. So let's see if I can find the thing where he talked about Donald Trump.
While you're trying to find it, the whole business of satire news, like the hardtimes.net,
Mhm.
they
Yes.
are in 2020, I think they are going to close shop, because
The hard
I don't
times are
think-
on
I-
fire
I-
this year.
I don't think human creativity can compete with what's actually happening in this.
I don't know.
fucking
The hard
junction of
times are
time.
pretty funny these days, but
Oh, they are. I'm just being really dry about it.
okay.
They are amazing.
So the thing is, those 3 tweets, the Google image search, were from a couple of weeks back. He brought them back up. He retweeted himself because Donald Trump recently said that the Confederate flag is a proud symbol of the South. And Steve King said the real rebels are Antifa and BLM. My bet is real Donald Trump didn't have to Google Southern Pride and click images to confirm his confident and accurate statement. So Steve King is a complete douche canoe. He actually does think that Google
no,
image
but
search is a
also
great
he's
way
a
to do
moron,
research.
which is not surprising. But
Actually, this is not moronic. It's quite in alignment with how Southern Pride thing is a fucking dog whistle that turned
no,
into
but
a fucking air
I'm
raid
talking about the
siren.
Google image thing.
Yeah, that's what they do.
That's
though. It's like
moronic.
They only do the
it
most
is for-
superficial of thought and
Yes,
research, because
yes.
if you do real thought and research, you'll find the truth, and they don't operate on that level.
That
Yeah, I
depends
mean, they are-
against
they are
what you
crypto.
rebel, Lefto.
Yeah, I agree.
No,
They are
they
crypto.
think
Rebel
in the
is
U.S.
neutral.
Southerners love rebel because there was a thing starting from the beginning of the Civil War, because Southerners have always been barbarian assholes. When they charged into battle with their guns that meant you shouldn't charge into battle, they would give out their rebel yell, which was just them screaming like crazy
Yo.
assholes.
Yo-ho! That was them screaming, yo-ho!
And thus, you'll hear occasional references to this in other places, like, and with a rebel yell, I go,
They cry
more.
more.
Right.
An hour. They cry
So
more.
that's what the reference is to the rebel yell. So the South, they love rebels, which means Steve King is a fucking moron who doesn't even know what he's talking about. He meant to say traitors.
Yes.
The real traitors, not rebels. But
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah, definitely.
So continuing with Fishy Fashy. So that means that Julie,
Billy
you
Idol
lose.
was a
in your butt.
Southerner, got it.
I like Billy Idol.
All right, so next up we have the Susan B.
wedding.
Anthony list.
So yeah, I know I am a loser.
So, helpful guide on who should get a statue: Margaret Sanger, Justice Thurgood Marshall, and Representative Henry Hyde. Yes, they actually did want a statue for
You lost, Mehmet.
that sack of shit. Yes.
I thought you were right. And Jonathan, look
I mean,
at
I was
Jonathan's face.
I was
He
actually
won. Look at his face. He won. Look at his face.
yeah. I mean, I was actually grasping at straws because it's
changing
it's
which
almost
statue.
impossible
I
to-
suppose I could have done that, but
Yeah,
I
it's-
wanted to
it's-
make this one just incredibly difficult, because the actual correct answer is that Matt Gaetz did not support Ted Yoho with his tweet.
Yo-ho.
Yoho.
I'm never going to
What-
get
it-
over
it-
that name.
Was it completely irrelevant, or did he?
No, he said AOC is not a bitch. Although he bleeped out bitch in his tweet. As you can see. B at %H. I don't know if he actually criticized Yoho or defended him in his fucking Matt Gaetz has a podcast.
Hot takes.
Hot takes with Matt Gaetz.
Yeah, don't push your luck, babe.
Yeah, I'm definitely not going to listen to the podcast. All I know is that in this tweet, he did not defend Ted Yoho. He did not. He may not have criticized him, but
Jonathan.
he didn't defend him. He actually said
Jonathan is right.
AOC is not
losers.
a bitch. So, Jonathan, you win this week. I changed that one by making it something that was absolutely, utterly believable, I think.
Yes, you managed
Not
to
a butch.
throw us.
AOC is not a butch. Hot take. I agree. Left us that second. That's a good one.
I mean, she's not a butch.
No, she's not.
No,
She's
no.
very femme.
She's very fun.
Yes.
I was like, wow, he did not defend Ted Yoho.
That was an amazing.
Okay,
take
Jonathan,
about
sing
AOC.
it. Sing it.
Ivan.
In your butts.
Fuck you! I won't do what you tell me. Fuck you! I won't do what you tell me. Fuck you! I won't do what you tell me.
Fuck you, Mom. I won't clean my room.
I haven't, but I should.
Do you remember that photo where the cop tries to pep spray a protester, but
instead gets it back in his face?
Yeah.
Fuck me! I won't do what I tell me.
And you're totally right, Valley.
Because it's French and French sucks.
yes, we had this discussion in Left of Sassak about it being like femme instead of femme, and yes, the French sucks. Yes,
in the U.S. we say it femme, but Julie is not a Usian; she's French. Oh, and from now on, I vote instead of calling ourselves Americans, because America is 2 continents, not one country and one continent. We should call ourselves Usians. Or users. We could call ourselves
How
users.
dare you?
Users.
That
I
was
like
fucking funny, though.
No, that wasn't.
Jordan Peterson is a person who thinks tidying up your fucking room is fucking philosophy. I mean, that was quite.
It connects with the deep Jungian archetypes that are definitely real and physical things inside our brains.
You would have so fucking hated his guts. My God.
He actually, I don't know if you read it, but he actually wrote a letter to his father in Maps of Meaning, and the letter is included as a foreword, and it's like, I stumbled upon something profound. I don't know.
I finally understand everything.
Yeah, and it's actually like that. I mean, he really thinks tidying up your fucking room is philosophy. It's actual.
I mean, it's certainly good for your mental health, but
yeah, but
I mean, it is. But you may
he thinks it is like the profound solution to all human problems starts with cleaning your room. If you do that, you have done enough to save the universe.
Lefto wrote something very funny in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Most French pronunciation seems pretty consistent. Even we don't know how to pronounce some fucking words. So, no, it's just
okay,
really not
let's see. I've got a word for you to pronounce, Julie. I'll go ahead and type it in the YouTube chat there.
Oh, you want me to pronounce it?
Mm-hmm.
Dieu.
Okay, now let's compare that to this word.
Dieu.
Why is there an X on one but not on the other?
Because the X is plural. It's
No, but if you don't pronounce it, how
it's
could you possibly know?
Oh, we know.
Context. From
Exactly.
No.
It's stupid. Your language is stupid and
no,
wrong.
I know it's stupid. I mean, I defy anyone who has never spoken French to pronounce that fucking word I just typed.
You know, that's like funny, Mehmet. You said like a Worcestershire or
No,
something
it's
like
Worcestershire.
that. Worcestershire. Yes, that's exactly.
It's
Wazo.
Worcestershire. Was
Yeah, but you know how to pronounce it.
No,
because
that was
you know
my
French.
guess. That was my guess, though. I said Wazo.
Let's
Yeah,
see.
because
Let's-
you know a little of French, so you know how certain letters are pronounced in combination.
Yeah.
But someone
That's
who
true.
doesn't know French, how the fuck do you pronounce that fucking word?
Oizeo. There's one in German
Was he?
for you.
There is every single. Few are drunken. Few
Nope.
are drunken.
Fair.
Feuertrunk.
Yes.
Drunken.
I always fuck up that one.
Oh,
That's
that's
quite easy to fuck up because
Also Twistle?
EU
Yeah.
kind of gives you the O sound.
Mhm.
You see, O.
See.
I think that like my dyslexia also just like makes it difficult for me to like know how to pronounce words I haven't actually heard said as work.
So
I
yeah,
have to
no
look-
lefto fam isn't an exception.
No, fam is actually quite regular.
Nietzsche.
Ichi.
Nietzsche.
Is that a Turkish word for real?
Yes.
Czechoslovakian something.
What does it mean?
One of those that we couldn't turn into Czechoslovakian. It's a compound word. We have
Yeah, no shit, it's a
Let's say
compound
Czechoslovakia,
word. Thank you.
Lišaltram,
Czechoslovakialaştırmadıklarımızdan. Even I couldn't pronounce it, for fuck's sake.
So it's something to do
How
with
many
Czechoslovakia.
letters
I
are
don't
there
know.
in that word?
If you go back to German, it's pronounced Knicht, David. Such
What
that you
is?
still get something like this.
All night.
Knicked. Those that
Knicked.
go. Ne.
Knicht. Knicht.
Ne.
Yeah,
Ne.
in
I mean, in
French,
German,
in
it
French,
would be very, very
in
straightforward.
French you would pronounce it knet too.
I mean, in Turkish, you would
Knicked.
pronounce it knicht.
Mhm.
Because we have our language is very fucking close to being a phonetic one. So we
The
don't
podcast
have like
listener will be
every-
thrilled by
everything
that.
you-
Except for the
Inside.
things where you have to put like accents on things to say, this is where you gargle the cock.
yeah. Cock guzzle. That cock guzzle thing was amazing, though. That was
Who shall is fuck your language.
We gotta
But-
finish in a sweet in the chat.
who shall
We-
There's a Papa Srula.
There were
You should Papa
a
Srula.
group of
Srula,
comics
probably.
in France that joked about Nordic languages, but it was Norwegian specifically, but Nordic languages in general, and they invented word, and it sounded very Norwegian, and like they were always saying "grut."
I have a friend, one of my best friends, Alina from Norway.
Oh,
She has an amazing British and clean British accent, but she sometimes does the Norwegian thing, and it's so fucking funny. Have I ever tried to talk to you in Turkish pronunciation of English? Have I ever tried to do this?
No.
Not that I'm
I think so.
No,
aware.
I haven't.
not here. No.
Okay, I will try to speak in Turkish way for a while now, then,
A little bit more.
okay,
including
so I will
forgetting
try,
the words. And
I will
stuff
try
like
to
that.
speak with
Well, you already do.
with a French
Yeah, well, I
accent.
can go ahead and go full sudden. Tell you what.
And we don't have an accent really in like this part.
That was so fucking well timed. I almost fucking choked.
I have never heard of that place name, Mylene.
It's in Wales. It's
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
famous for being unpronounceable even by Welsh people.
Let's see.
There's an episode of Ted's Ted Sheeran.
Ted Trash. Okay.
Ted Sheeran, where he tries to pronounce it with his cerebral palsy, and it's that is hilarious. So
Okay, hold on a second. We got something. I have somebody actually pronouncing that word. Whether he pronounces it correctly or not, I don't know. But at the very least, he doesn't stumble. So it'll show up in about 30 seconds on the stream.
Who?
But it's a weather person in British television.
Today we had a big contrast in temperature across the UK, just 12 degrees over coastal parts of eastern England with cloudy skies, but in the sunshine in northwest Wales at RAF Mona, just up the road from Llanfair Pwllgwyn, Gellgogera Quindrobol, Llantysilio Go, the temperature got to 21 Celsius, 17 Fahrenheit.
I think it sounds something like that.
Temperature got to 21 Celsius, that's 70 in Fahrenheit. Llantysilio Llanfair Pwllgwyn, Gellgogera Quindrobol, Llantysilio Go. The temperature got to 21 Celsius.
I mean, I don't know if he got it right, but he did not hesitate.
Mithril is the weatherman. Yes, that was spot on, Mithril says. I think Brits know how to pronounce that thing because it's pretty famous.
I wouldn't think so. I mean, that I'm sure there are people who put in the effort to learn the proper pronunciation, like that person. But
we have a similar name here in the U.S. for a lake.
What's it called?
I'm trying to bring up the.
Oh, fuck you, Lefto. No, you're just fucking with us.
Let's see.
It is. I don't even know how you pronounce your fucking consonants.
So the lake in question is in Massachusetts. Lake Chargogagogmonk. I can't even.
Oh yeah.
Chargogagogmonk Chowgogagog Chowbanaugagambog.
It's very singing.
I was in a hangout 2 years ago on Kevin Logan's channel, his third channel actually, with Curiosity, and we were in Curiosity that brought up the lake. I think they just call it Lake Chargon, but it is that long name. So it's just like, yeah. I think okay. I remember Curiosity actually said the reason why that lake is named that way because it actually means.
You fish on your side, we'll fish on our side, nobody fishes in the middle.
Yes, exactly. That was the name of the lake.
And then the U.S. Postal Service comes along and says, no, that's too long, it won't fit on our forms, it's Yake Chog, or something like that.
Yeah, like...
Very uncool.
Yeah.
Green. Well, the lake, you know the South American lake Titicaca?
Mm-hmm.
Lake Titicaca.
That means shit tits.
Lake Titicaca.
I'm pretty sure it's the same in English, but in French it literally sounds like tits and poop.
Yeah, that's what it means in Spanish. It means shit tits.
I mean, which is why it got the animated. They just sang a song that I was singing, like Titicaca. We just love saying its name, Titicaca, because they can get away with singing that on Animaniacs, a Saturday morning cartoon show.
And now we have a French pronunciation guide.
Green, vert, towards, vert, glass, vert, pour. Verse, worm, ver. A green worm pours a glass towards a glassmaker around 8 o'clock.
Yep.
Un verre vers verre sans verre vers un verrier vers 20 heures.
That's we call an homophone.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, we call it the same thing here in English. It's just
sounds
that
the
we
same,
don't quote quite as extreme as you guys.
Yeah, we have a lot of ver. We have a lot of court too. Like it can mean short. The thing where tennis people play.
Oh wait, hold on. Mithril just made a Terry Pratchett reference. Good for you, Metro.
Mount your finger, you fool.
What's that? That's your
It's-
finger, you fool.
It's mount your finger. Oh my god, I
That's
remember it.
Ratchet,
Now.
yeah.
Wasn't it the 8th? Well, 5th elephant.
The fifth elephant?
hmm
Yeah, it was
Yep.
from 5th elephant.
Describe talking
Uh,
about Uberwald.
Yes, probably.
Yeah, Overvolt. Yeah. Yeah, we have this word in Turkish, sik, which means penis. You can use it for a lot of things, and it can mean a lot of different things. It's like that. Yeah, it's also a verb.
There's a
Fuck.
there's
Far,
a
far,
word
far,
in
far.
English that I love. It's way, because it can mean so many things.
Mhm.
And
Well, you can tell the difference, though. You don't mean
not,
only the
not when you
W-A-Y, yeah?
start learning it. No.
Oh, yeah, obviously.
When
He
you
weighs
watch,
way too much.
Yeah.
When you
That-
start watching the movies in English and you hear people say "no way," and you're like, "What?"
No way, go away. You way too much.
No way. As in, are we talking about space or like?
That's
There is a
not as
barrier
good
there
as
or
the
something like that?
verb thing, but yeah.
The thing that I love is the Russian word samizdat, because it literally means self-publishing, and it was a way for dissidents to distribute literature in the Eastern Bloc. But in English, it looks exactly like you're saying same as dat. Like literally, you're just copying from one thing to the next, which is kind of what it was.
Same as that. Yeah.
Same as that.
Amazing.
This is same as that. What are you talking
Yeah.
about, American? This is same as that.
What are
David
you
and
talking
Lefto,
about?
David and Lefto are having a Nordic battle in the chat.
So where are these people are from? Lefto and David.
Lefto is
David?
from Finland and
Yes.
David from Sweden.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
We need someone from Norway in the chat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll actually invite Alina over next week. So
And then we can get
Yes,
a
I
Dane
haven't-
in
I
there,
haven't
and they can
speak-
all
spoken
gang up
to
on
her
and
in a
attack the
while,
Dane.
too.
yeah, and she can just shit on David the whole night.
Yeah, she
you know?
can eat it for lunch too. And she can hit
Yeah.
him for lunch. I know someone from Denmark too. If we need someone.
Ellie
there
from
too.
Denmark. Our patron
Ellie from
Ellie.
Denmark.
Yes,
too.
and then all the other Norwegians
Ely, actually.
can gang up
Ely.
on.
Ely. I'm
Ely.
sorry.
I
But
had a Danish girlfriend years ago. She
where the
hated
fuck are you
everyone
getting
who
these
was not-
Norwegians from? You're in Turkey. How are you getting all these blonde Nords to jump on you?
He loves
Internet.
love.
Yeah, I mean,
John,
Do
I'm
you
not
go
a
and
slut.
fuck around in the Baltic and like your vacation,
John,
or do
repeat
they come
after
down to
me.
Turkey?
Internet.
I mean, John Brockman, how do you met me when I'm in Seattle and I've never like barely
How
left?
do you
Well, because
met
you're
me?
everywhere on the left. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, well, I met my ex Danish girlfriend. Well, she's not ex-Danish, but ex-girlfriend. Cool in Turkey. So, I mean, she could have been ex-Danish, but we never got to the point that we would marry. So,
Is she the one who gave you your sad shorts?
no. I've had many girlfriends. Sorry. But
No, you're not.
I don't know
I
where
already,
I got
I
these
already
from.
forgotten how to pronounce the name for slut in Turkish.
Sürtük. Puta would be
That's
would not
Spanish.
be Turkish.
In French,
No,
it's
not
putain.
not the one that means whore. The one.
No,
that
the other one.
means people
Sürtük.
who go out a lot.
Yeah, that's Sürtük. Yeah.
Mehmet.
Sürtük.
Yeah.
I'm
Yes,
just
I
proposing
actually
that
asked
Turkish
Mehmet
changes it
how,
to
how
Mehmet.
to say slut in his own language. too.
Oh,
He
okay.
sent
Yeah,
him
that
in his
works.
own
But
language.
there's a problem with that because my name is actually a Turkishized version of the Prophet Muhammad. So people could take offense to that.
I don't see why not. I can see prophets being like people who love love, but that's just me, maybe.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm okay with the idea, but you know, the Turkish people might object to that to some extent. I mean,
To what? To
not
call you a slut? What?
no, just naming the word sluts, Mehmet, just changing
Oh,
it as
okay.
John suggested.
I mean, in French,
that wouldn't really go well. Is what
in
I'm
French we
suggesting.
have an expression, and it's "Marie couche-toi là," and it means a very easy girl. And it's
Sounds
with
like
the
Marie
name
sleeps around.
Mary. Yeah, that's yeah. It literally means Mary just lay here.
Mary fucks
Okay.
anybody.
So it's Mary. So you know.
Yeah, I mean,
yes, let it go, let it go. Yeah, now they know, so let it go. Yes, Marty.
What?
Snow glows white in the mountains tonight.
Yes.
Well, actually,
What?
it's.
I don't. What? Let it go. What?
I don't know. But you know, actually, Mehmet, you something in the conversation that sparked my interest in me and asked, like, so John Bachman and I in America, we're a secular country on paper, but we're essentially a religious country of Christianity. Julie has said that like it's atheist is just very common in like France and other like European countries. How strongly religious is Turkey, or is it strongly religious, or it's just like not so much?
It's politically religious, like how Christianity works in the US. To be honest, I mean, I am kind of persecuted for being an atheist. I don't tell people that I'm an atheist at work.
See.
But it's more
that's the
social
problem.
persecution rather than political.
Yes, it is. It is. It is. I
see.
mean, it might become more of a like a lawful persecution at some point.
Under Erdogan?
I'm actually fearing that. But it hasn't become an actual thing by law.
I
Not
thought
yet.
things were calming down on the religious front in Turkey. That's what we are under the impression of, anyways, in Western Europe.
Well, my country is a shithole. I mean, it's at some point it becomes
No. You're way too white to be a shithole country. Only black and brown countries are shithole.
Well,
I'm
I'm whiter than most in Turkey.
Yeah, Turkish people
that.
aren't considered white by the Western Europe. I mean, we don't even consider Greeks white, so you know.
Well, we are
Too much
very
miscegenation,
closely. We are very fucking closely related to the Greeks. So,
50 years ago, we didn't consider Italians white. So you know.
Yeah, I mean, and you are actually reciting the countries that I might have came from. I mean, Italy.
Yeah,
Greece.
I'm very much Italian. I mean, look at my face.
And your brows.
I don't know. You're
Look
too
at my
white.
brows.
You are too white to be Italian.
I'm half Sicilian, actually.
No, really.
Yeah.
So
my
and
dad is
when
a
it,
first
when it comes to
generation
miscegenation,
immigrant.
Sicily, totally half African.
Yeah.
Which means
Definitely.
she is technically 1/4 black.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Have you
According
seen
to
me?
American racism, you are totally.
have you
I'm-
seen me?
I'm so white, I glow in the dark.
But you do not pass the 1-drop test, or you do, or it's like either way, it's just like stupid stuff.
In Virginia, you are
I mean,
legally a
as
Negro.
I have a Y chromosome, so you know, in America,
yeah.
I'm so degenerate.
You don't exist.
They can't even.
You're a myth.
They can't even process it.
You're a scary story they tell in the dark.
I have
A white person who's not actually
uterus.
white. A woman who's
I
not
have a-
actually a woman.
I have a functioning uterus and I have a Y chromosome. Whoa.
Hey, you don't want children too with a functioning uterus as well. How dare you?
How dare I?
Glow in the dark is a sign of uranium, not white.
Shut up, David. Do not
No,
look.
it's not. It's not only uranium. So that tells me how much you know about chemistry or
Yeah,
material
I had
science.
a little plastic guy that glow in the dark when I was a
Yeah.
child. Pretty sure it wasn't uranium.
Yeah, it
No, that was
probably
phosphorescence.
Maybe that explains the Y chromosome, though. I don't know. Because
That's not how uranium works.
no,
yeah.
that's a genetics joke because Y chromosomes are a mutation of the X.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's basically an X chromosome that got cut in half and is minimally functional.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Males are
Kinda
damaged.
thing is,
deeply,
mine
deeply
is
damaged women.
just not
that
activated.
kind of
There's-
explains a lot of things, though. I mean, Y
What?
chromosome being a
Why
fucked
men
up
are
version of
deeply damaged
X.
women.
It's not
Yeah.
a fucked up version. It's a mutated
Well,
version of it.
is how John actually described it. That's why I'm.
Men
Yeah,
are
but
just
John
deeply
is a
damaged
cis
women.
guy. I don't listen to him. A
But-
lot of trans women.
I am
Y
repeating the common
chromosomes and
feminist
they are
talking
fine.
point that men are worthless, less human women. That's all.
Yes,
but-
exactly. Because like the Y chromosome,
Common
But
Common
Y,
sense.
Y
With
chromosome
that-
has nothing to do with men. So
except for according to like
No, if you have
mean,
a Y chromosome,
why-
you're a man. If you're a man, you have a
Dan-
Y chromosome. That's the way it
Dan-
works. Biology, only two genders.
John, give me a moment. I think Y chromosome has it right. I'd like to have nothing to do with man as well. I mean, Y chromosome is quite on the money there.
yeah, especially like mine is inactivated, is living his life, not doing anything.
your
Like
Y
a man.
chromosome is its own ascension being that's just out there walking around in France and just like being I'm little on those Y chromosome, just living my life as it is.
I'm useless, and I'm just here to trigger. No, I shouldn't say that. To make turf lose their shit. Basically.
Okay. If turf is a slur, how come I haven't heard it all
Oh
the
my
time on
God,
Xbox
Mythil.
Live? I love that song actually.
Mithril, I hope you realize you just made David's cog go lol. I hope,
it's like the
you're very
lowest-
ashamed.
That's the lowest you can fall. I mean,
How low can you go?
And now I have that fucking song in my head, so I'm not
Yeah,
thinking.
same here.
Why, Delilah?
Delilah.
Okay, see, that's how we know you two are old. You can sing along with Tom Jones.
Come on, she's a
I
lady.
mean, Tom Jones was
Whoa.
pretty amazeballs, so he still is. He's not dead, but
I mean, sex bomb. You're in the sex bomb.
I love how you avoid
You
singing.
can give it to me, baby.
Yeah,
he
I tried
raps instead. Sex bomb, sex
you
bomb. You're a
might-
sex bomb.
You might not have the pitch, but you have the rhythm at least, babe.
I expect you to
you
come
can-
out with a
If
William
you-
Shatner version, spoken word version of all the songs.
With
Why?
colors everywhere.
Why?
Dimitri says, "I'll go to my corner."
Get your coats. I'll get me coat.
Sex bomb, David. Sex bomb.
Sax bomb. Like
But we were talking about X, Y, and chromosomes, so Y, Delia, and
That
X
being
bomb.
said, it's very funny to recite that kind of songs lyrics like they are very high poetry.
Yeah.
Good gracious.
Like
Ass
I'm
is
blue,
bodacious, feeling
dabba-dee,
flirtatious,
dabba-da.
trying to show patience.
It's not unusual.
Is it-
to be
is-
loved
is
by
that-
anyone.
Ta-dum. Yeah, you can't go with that one without the music,
True.
the sax
Mhm.
on the background is too iconic.
Exactly. Yeah. See, many people know of Tom Jones.
Oh, Mylene sent me something yesterday, and I'm sure everyone in that panel of, and in the live chat, someone is weird in the chat. Anyways, everyone should
I want to see what the
appreciate
fuck.
it.
What's that about?
It's smell like teen spirits in Latin.
Oh.
It's the latest fad. It's bardcore. Like
okay.
they
Yeah, I heard about this.
there's one that is awesome. Is What Is Love? Written in medieval.
Yes,
Like it's like, what is love, lady? Thou woundest, my heart.
Oh, baby,
I don't know. It's translated.
How was I supposed to know that something wasn't right here? Oh, baby, I shouldn't have let you go. And now you're out of sight. Yeah. Show me how want it
what
to be.
You want it to be.
Tell me, baby, because I need to know now. Oh, because my loneliness is killing me.
Is killing me, and I stop it.
I must confess, I still believe.
Comrade Brittany means I still believe in anarchy.
One pill makes you larger, and one pill makes you small, and one that mother gets you don't do anything at all. Go ask Alice when she's
the dislikes are at 0 now. What the fuck?
Maybe because the internet fuck up in the middle resetted the count.
Probably.
No, because my upvote is still here.
My upvote is still here too.
What have you done, John?
I don't know.
I've hacked the YouTube.
I don't think he can do anything.
So I just posted a link to the Smell Like Teen Spirit in Latin thing. Because it's fun.
All right.
Yeah, that's what people have been doing now, just taking popular songs and what if they can be done in medieval style. Yeah, I've seen videos.
I'm a sucker for that kind of shit, to be honest.
What's just been in the sidebar of the recommendations: System of a Down Toxicity medieval style. Okay.
Yeah, it's not as good. It's not as good as the What Is Love, but. It's amazing.
That's fucking amazing.
Salve parve, salve, salve, salve parve, salve, salve, salve.
It's amazing. Actually headbang to that though,
Head bob. That's why you head bob instead of head bang.
Oh, can't wait for my beard to be long enough that I can head bang with my beard.
Yeah, beard bang.
I always had long hair, so I could always do it with my hair.
Chinwag.
When I'm too lazy to headbang, I put my hand and I pretend it's hair and I go. So I avoid concussion because when you headbang, you get brain damage.
Yeah, I mean, for Wayne's World, they did that scene where all the people headbang to Bohemian Rhapsody. They did it several takes, a dozen takes, and after 10, so the actors were scared. It's I'm hurting. I feel like I'm damaging my brain, and the director wanted one more take because she enjoyed hurting them.
You're not supposed to go up and down to headbang. You're supposed to go in circles so that you avoid.
What, Lefto? Who? What?
Jean Dolmayan?
He's the bass player.
Oh, okay.
System of a Down.
No. Is he the bass player or the drummer?
No,
the bass player.
Come over for your dick.
Why are all bass
Oh, yeah,
player
yeah.
assholes? Because Chris Novoselic of Nirvana is a Trump supporter too. Oh no, it's the
Because
drummer. Okay.
playing bass is, dun 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 dun
No,
dun
it's
dun
the
dun
drummer
dun.
actually in
Oh.
Yeah.
System of a Down. Well, fuck him. I mean, I
Okay,
didn't
yeah.
know that, but I guess maybe System of a Down didn't break up on creative differences after all. If the motherfuckers because Tonkian and Malakian are very much leftist, so
Yeah. They're Armenians, yeah.
Thank you. I will do what you tell me.
By the way, my joke earlier about fuck you mom, I won't clean my room, it was more of a self-own of how it was a teenage rebel thing that
Yeah.
really resonated with me when I was like 15 or 16. I don't remember how old I was when it came out, but
When was it? Wasn't it 93?
Yeah, something like that.
yeah, something like that. I think I was 14 or 15. I don't remember. So 93
No, you're
or
young.
94. I'm 2 years younger than you.
I mean, I was 17. Well, 16, 17 in 93.
He was 14.
Yeah, that's a creative difference right there. Mitchell is on the money there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but a lot of people say the System of a Down broke up because Malakian and Tonkian had differences on creative processes and stuff like that.
Well, because
but...
one of them wanted to write the next set of lyrics using Dolmayan's blood.
Killing a Name Off was released in 1992.
Oh, I was even younger than that. I didn't know it until I was 14.
I haven't even had sex yet.
Really?
I was 8 years old.
You would have been like 14 or 15.
1992 would be 15. Yeah. I had. Yeah, sorry about that.
It's late at night for you.
If you had been like, 9 or 10, I would have believed it. 11 or 12 would have been pushing it. No, 14 or 15.
Anthrax. Most PC
do
band
they still
ever.
exist? Oh my god!
I think they do. They were always just like, you cannot like give her to Anthrax. They just always are working.
I mean, I'm not.
I
really
mean,
into,
are there any?
I'm not
Are there
really
any?
into thrash, so I don't know.
Are there any problematic Rage Against the Machine songs you can think of?
No.
In terms of being non-PC.
Well, they're not PC for. I don't know what David means by PC exactly. No, politically correct, I know, but how you mean it is what do you mean it in a good way or in a bad way?
I think there was a joke.
While we wait for
there,
David to respond, I just want to say...
Yeah, that was probably a joke. We shouldn't... That's why we shouldn't talk to David,
I was surprised that Lindsay Ellis managed to talk about rebellious music in the 90s and 2000s without once mentioning Rage Against the Machine.
Of course she did. I mean, she's the liberalist liberal, so...
I mean, she managed to talk about 4 non-blondes, and I go and Green Day, but not Rage Against the Machine.
Well, that's not being PC though. I mean, that's what the original meaning of PC was, but it's not now. PC doesn't mean not provocative, and Anthrax is kinda I don't see colors, which is quite anti-PC in my opinion.
Well,
I mean,
PC, just the term politically correct, goes back to the beginnings of the U.S., late 18th century.
Yeah.
And it meant quite literally just toe the line, do what you're told, do what the party tells you.
Yes, it used to be that, but it's not anymore, is what I mean.
Then in the 1950s, it was brought back by the Beatniks, who wanted to...
Fucking hippies.
No, beatniks and hippies
Sorry.
aren't the same
No,
thing.
beatniks are
I
not
know.
CPs.
I know.
But it was brought back by the beatniks to talk about how it was impossible in 1950s culture to talk about provocative things. That regardless of whether you were right or far
mute
right.
his ass.
Yeah, just mute his ass.
That in the 1950s it was impossible to talk about genuine issues like that, to be politically provocative. So they used it as a sort of mocking term to make fun of.
I always feel guilty when we do that.
No, you don't.
I always feel kind of bad because it means that all of his messages get hidden. But
true, and sometimes he like posts like the links to music videos and stuff like that.
But it's funny.
It definitely is.
He still comes back.
So, politically
And he
correct
likes
got
that,
brought
so-
back as political commentary by leftist activists in the 1950s. And then it faded away again because, it's useful, but not that useful. And then it got resurrected in the 90s by right-wing assholes who were tired of being told by their political leadership that they weren't allowed to be openly hateful bigots. They thought that they were protesting against the left, which doesn't exist, and liberals, which do. But they didn't realize that, Rush Limbaugh and his ilk didn't realize that they were protesting against their own political leadership, telling them, no, you're not allowed to say those words. We're trying to pretend not to be hateful bigots so we can win over the centrists.
Yeah.
So that's what politically correct has meant for a really long time. That means
Yeah,
I think
I
I'm
mean-
protesting against you, but I'm actually protesting against my people. And it's confusing. And
That's not
and
what
my
it
butt
means
hurts.
now, though. And
Yeah.
I'm kind of tired of people who seem to think political incorrectness is the way to go.
Fucking Bill Maher. and
Isn't
his
there
types.
like enough of that, anyways?
Yeah, there's so much enough
Can
of
we
that.
stop with the slurs?
But
and
they are
the-
being silenced, and they are being silenced.
You have no
because
idea
of-
how hard it is to
and
be a
they are
cishet straight
being
white dude guy.
silenced on
Come
all
on.
channels.
Especially
fucking
with money.
silenced.
Do you know how
Yeah.
hard it is to be rich and white?
It's so fucking
No, I
hard.
don't.
mean, they are silencing me. I mean, as I'm telling you, 5 million people right now, they are silencing me. They're deplatforming me. I mean, I have been talking about this shit for 2 hours now, and you've been laughing your ass off, but they are silencing
I
me.
wish
Yeah.
we could cancel some people. Most people. America.
Yeah, please cancel America.
The cops.
fucking Boris.
The right. If we could cancel like maybe 20% of people and all cops and all rich people and all
Anyone who
landlords,
supports Trump's
and all armies and all national borders
yeah.
and capitalism.
Yes.
That would be
Basically,
quite
if we
alright.
could cancel almost everything about the way we do things today.
The state, yes, so exactly, yeah.
That would have been amazing.
Bill Maher can go suck a bag of dicks, to be honest.
Exactly.
No. I mean, they're funny looking and stupid and kind of smelly, but dicks are okay. Don't associate Bill Maher with dicks.
Yeah,
With
You can
bags-
go suck a
bags
bag
dicks.
of hemorrhoids.
yeah, that works. I mean,
Besides-
Hemorrhoids aren't funny.
Exactly.
Besides,
Neither is
Dick's
he.
is that
exactly.
actually in this area, Dick's is actually a fast food burger joint. So a bag of Dick's is just like, oh, burgers,
Burgers and fries.
burgers and fries.
And-
They're just okay.
and
Thanks,
you know, if
thanks
you're
to
into it,
Phoenix, I've learned that in the US you have a chicken soup that is called a cock.
Yes, she said that on
and
Facebook.
I have giggled about it for 24 hours at least.
And Phoenix said, I am a very mature person.
I mean, yeah, same.
Oh, want some cock? It's chicken soup. Oh, I love some delicious cock.
I'll agree with that. But I mean, chicken soup is all right, I guess.
I'm actually
This has got to be the most deliberate headline ever. It will show up soon enough on the screen there for you guys. But it's from uncommoncaribbean.com. Cock soup. Thick, hot, satisfying, and straight from Jamaica.
At least the author says 2 words: cock soup. Hee hee. They acknowledge it.
They know exactly what they're doing there. Yep.
In French, the equivalent for cock is the same word that we use. The thing, where you tie the boats.
Oh, the anchor. Or no?
No, not the thing you throw in the water. The thing that's on the.
That's like a mushroom.
And
like,
you tie your boat to it.
Like
stanchion.
An amazing dick.
Okay.
Stanchion, yeah.
So in French it's called a bit, by E-T-T-E, and a cock is a bit, B-I-T-E. It's pronounced the same.
No, there's a second T, so obviously it's pronounced differently. Otherwise, it wouldn't be there.
French is amazing.
Direct your complaints to Latin, please.
Obviously, it's going to be bit, not bit.
Yeah, you don't pronounce the E at the end.
Yes, you do. Otherwise, it wouldn't be there.
David says I've been cancelled. It's my culture now.
Yeah, from now on, your name is not David Skog. It's Cancel Skog.
that does actually
you're Norwegian. You are David Skog, the cancelled. That is your barbarian warrior name.
He's not
Sweden.
he's not Norwegian.
Well, okay,
he's
a Norseman. He's a Viking. Skog the cancelled.
Calling him a Norwegian would probably be like.
Yeah, he does it on purpose.
Yeah, okay then.
Sweden's
John
not a real country.
Actually knows how to
Finland.
speak, how to pronounce French. It's just being kind of an ass. That's his thing, being kind of an ass.
Kind of.
David.
I mean, he's trying his very fucking best. Why would you put him down like that?
Because that's what I do. It's putting down John when he's trying to be an ass by telling him he's being just kind of an ass.
Just kind of.
I love you, John.
No, you don't.
No, I don't.
But
I love your pets. I love your cat and your dog. And I'm just pretending to be your friend so I can see them once a week on camera.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're speaking directly to my depression and anxiety now, just so you know.
No, I don't.
Skog the cancelled. Warrior
Where's
from
the cat,
Finland.
anyways?
He is not
here
at the moment.
Yeah,
However,
I wouldn't have
yesterday
asked.
I finally got my doctor's appointment, went in, chatted with the doctor about various things, and he switched me over to a new antidepressant.
Which one?
What's that?
Which one?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Oh.
I was happy just to be getting something. So,
Yeah.
But what I had before was only didn't seem like it was working all that great anyway. So he's put me onto a new thing, and I want to go pick that up from the pharmacy because now should be available.
Oh, okay. It was your introduction to saying I'm going to fuck off.
Yes.
Time to fuck up.
Okay.
Okay, quickly.
Are you eating a tomato, Mehmet?
Why not?
You're just chowing down a tomato like it was an apple. That's
Why not? Tomatoes are delicious.
okay. You're both off the podcast.
I could do that too, honestly. So quickly,
I do that too, but I put salt on it because I'm a salt bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Salty bitch.
Yeah, that too.
I am some random geek, some random geek on YouTube, some random geek on Twitter, some random geek on Twitch, in threes and instead of E's in the name of geek. And Julie has her Facebook page of Misandry Animals for Fun. There's also Cryptocrafters. Anarchist memes got nuked, actually.
Yeah, it's not here anymore. We've got zooked because we posted about Rojava.
So there's
Did you say something about how white people are trash? They really don't like that on Facebook.
No, we
They
just
don't.
posted a guy, someone from Rojava being awesome and with a gun, though.
I see.
But
So
apparently we were doing
Advocating terrorism.
advocating for dangerous individuals, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But you can say Blue Lives Matter all you want.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Facebook is trying to suck Mehmet's motherfucker's dick. What's his name?
Erdogan.
Erdogan, yes, the
Yes.
president of Turkey.
So
Or the leader.
They zook anything that has something to do with Rojava, apparently. So, you know.
Probably
that
Zuck,
sucks.
anything having to do with Hong Kong, too.
Kurds, boo, ew. You know.
Kurds
so
aren't real. Those
Yeah.
are a myth made up by the
Rojava
Chinese.
forever. Yes.
Rojava's awesome.
I'm done with my pitches, so
Okay.
John.
So Julie
yeah.
has misandry. No, misandry animals got no. Anarchist
No,
got sucked.
Misandry Animals is good.
Misandry animals is still flying. Great. Mehmet wants all your tomatoes and all of your dicks and vaginas.
Yes.
Whereas me, tomorrow I'll be recording yet another episode of my D&D podcast, Dungeons and Debacles.
Nice.
Heck of a lot
Mehmet
of
wants
fun.
your siblings too.
Obviously.
Well, he wants mine.
Well,
So.
your sibling.
Mehmet wants to have nasty threesomes, like Ted Cruz would watch on his channels.
Yeah, you
I'm-
didn't
I'm-
turn him off at all with that.
He was turned off by
I'm
Ted Cruz,
turned off.
not by Ted Cruz likes.
I'm turned off of threesomes forever.
Yeah.
Thanks to you.
Anyway.
All right,
Bye-bye,
I'm gonna go
comrades.
pick up meds and probably take a pup for a walk.
Oh yeah, I'm going to take
See you
my
later.
meds actually. Bye bye.
Lovelies.
Take your
Bye,
meds,
everybody.
babes.
Bye bye. And hydrate.
No,
Yes.
don't hydrate. Hydration
Eat,
is
slept,
bad.
stay hydrated.